yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Council of Creators, episode 95. Only a few away from episode 100. Crazy to say that. Of course, Chainsaw reacts. Phil is here. Welcome, sir.
How?
I'm
Native American. I can get away with it.
Oh, okay. Cecil, welcome back, sir. Welcome back, man.
Hi, good to see you. Always great to say Phil. I luck out. Phil's here when I show up, and it's great.
Always.
Believe me, it's not coordinated. Trust me.
I love you, buddy.
He knows. And Alan is back. Welcome back, sir. Oh, delayed.
Thanks for having me back. Nice to see you guys again.
What's up, man? Oh man. Yeah. It's how was everyone's Wednesday? Good. Middle.
Could have ended sooner.
I hear that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, could have ended sooner. Definitely.
Did a little work. Beat a couple of video games. Prepared did a little bit of editing.
What'd you play?
I played the new 4 Astrobot challenge levels that were released. So finally completed that game. All 327 bots captured. Mm-hmm. Super nerdy for anyone that's into that. And then I also finished. I'm going back and playing the Call of Duties that I missed, the campaigns. I can't stand the multiplayer, but the campaigns are usually pretty fun. So I just played Modern Warfare 3, and then I just have Black Ops 6 to be caught up. Yeah, very boring. I have much more interesting things going on, but that's what I did today.
The Astrobot, like that game was so fun, and even like the demo or kind of like the little exclusive for getting in console, like the little miniature game, was pretty fun. And I'm so glad they did like a full thing of it. I think I 100%ed all the bots before the DLC or at the added maps or whatever. So
yeah, there was like 300 and now there's 327. So
that's a fun game. I hope to do another one. There's more games. I got a stack of games over here that I have not touched.
I need a brand new console. I feel it.
Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at like, oh yeah, this is still sealed, and I haven't even opened it yet. I'm like, it's a struggle, man.
I have a checklist on my phone, dude. Like I'm behind on games, so I'm like just checking them off one at a time. I'm OCD like that. I can't help it.
Yeah, I started Devil May Cry 5. I've had it for like over a year. I just never played it, and I started playing it, and then I got sidetracked with something else. I'm like, I gotta get back to that. 'Cause I grew up on those like old ones, the original ones, like from what 10, 20 plus years ago at this point. My
PS2.
Word. Yeah, the PS2 era. Yeah. Alan's having some connection. Wow. Yeah, I think Alan's having some delaying issues. He was saying Cecil that he was on like 2 weeks ago. We were doing a bracket fight. He was screaming about Red Lobster. We were doing a bracket fight about sit down restaurants, and his wife told him there, yeah, you can't do that in the living room anymore. You woke the kids up. That's funny.
I mean, I get being impassioned about Red Lobster. I'm not a seafood guy myself, so I wouldn't be impassioned about it. But if it was like a steak restaurant we were talking about, oh yeah, you'd see some fire.
Oh yeah, there was some Longhorn was on there, Texas Roadhouse was on there. Trying to think what else. I mean, there's a lot of restaurants on there, honestly.
We've got some really high-end steakhouses here in Arizona run by a particular dude. I can't even think of his name, but he's got like Ruth's Chris, he's got Morton's, there's a bunch of high-end steakhouses, but yeah, I can't afford to go there, so
yeah. That's the thing. They get more and more expensive, unfortunately. Fortunately, she's here. I wasn't expecting her until later, but she's here. Katie, what's up?
Sorry, yeah, I tried logging in on my computer, and then it logged me out of Twitter, and it's like, put your password in. I'm like, took a second. Yep, took a second. So I went under the link you sent, and it just manually think. Whatever. We're talking about video games. Is that what's happening?
Oh, we were for yeah. Because I got lots of games I haven't played yet. Yeah.
I heard COD for half a second.
You got excited.
Funny because I got a little excited, but I think it's just funny because I forget, was it Cecil who was saying, or somebody was saying that they never play the multiplayer, but
never.
They play the whole campaign. I have not played a single campaign ever of Call of Duty. I only play the multiplayer. I only play multiplayer or zombies.
That's
fair enough. Yeah, what's interesting about zombies, just apropos Chainsaw, because I know you like to cover the news. Red Dead Redemption 2 had its first update in over 4 years where they added zombies.
I heard about
just today. So I think that is an appropriate thing to mention. I haven't fired up my RDR2 in a long time, but I might now. Like I do love the game, and I haven't had a reason to go back. So
it's
maybe
strange. 4 years later, right? Like
I think they're just prepping the pump, right? It's Rockstar being like, "Hey, I know we delayed Grand Theft Auto for a year, so like here's this instead. Here's zombies in our Western that you love so much."
Which they did that the original, I think.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Undead Nightmares or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was awesome too. It was a lot of fun.
It's been long rumored too that they're remastering it for the PS5. So maybe
I have heard
why. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I've owned it for a couple of years. I've not played it. RD2. I've not. I don't know what it is, because if I get into that game, I know it's going to take so much of my time away, and I won't have time to do anything else that I need to probably do.
It'll be 100 to 150 hours, but it is some of the best fucking gameplay you'll find. Like RDR2 is seriously one of the campaigns that is what I would consider legendary. There might be like 5 in my 44 years that I would consider legendary, and I do think RDR2 is one of them.
Okay.
That's my favorite campaign of all time.
There you go.
The trailers are great leading up to it.
I restarted Breath of the Wild on Master Mode on my Nintendo Switch 2.
I haven't done any of the Master Modes. Tell me about it, Phil. Is it worth it? Because I've only been playing Mario Kart.
Okay,
I haven't done any of the rezzed up stuff yet.
Well, Master Mode is only available in Breath of the Wild because Tears of the Kingdom has absolutely zero DLC or any extra content outside of the Amiibo stuff. Because the creators said that Tears of the Kingdom is the most complete version that they wanted to release, which, in my opinion, is the most bang for your buck out of any Zelda game you're going to get. But I went back to Breath of the Wild only because I think it's a little bit more. I wouldn't say difficult, but it's challenging because you have certain like unlimited resources like bombs, and you can create ice from the water of the cryosis, and you can stop enemies. Whereas in in Tears of the Kingdom, you can literally build whatever the fuck you want.
You can cheat any of the puzzles. Yeah,
I
agree. I think Breath of the Wild is a more pure Zelda experience.
I think Breath of the Wild is also just more fun in a way that they have their pros and cons, because I think Tears of the Kingdom has way better dungeons and way better bosses, but I think that Breath of the Wild has much more challenging overworld enemies in general, because in Master Mode, not only are the enemies tougher, they regain health, and if you don't hit them fast enough, they will regain health almost instantly. It's a fucking nightmare, but it's a fun nightmare. And I'm still only using 3 hearts, and I'm at the first you have to go collect 4 of these big giant. It's a fucking thing. In every Zelda game, you go through 4 big temples, and I'm at the first one with only 3 hearts, and I only plan to keep it that way. We'll see how long I last before I do more hearts. And I think Cecil probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. I'm at the Zora. I'm at the Zora fucking waterfall.
Gotcha.
I'm there, and I have spirit.
You're just making Zelda Dark Souls.
That's what Master Mode is. It's Zelda Dark Souls, more or less, and they're even more challenging.
I wouldn't have the balls or the patience to do it, so I bow to you, sir, for that. I can't. I mean, I value my time too much.
I've been playing Legend of Zelda since Link to the Past, which is as old as I am, but even still, I got to it a couple years later because my grandmother had a Super Nintendo, and Nintendo, PlayStation, so I've literally been I've grown up on RPGs.
Oh, dude,
so, yeah. So that shit is just secondhand to me. But yeah, I've literally played most of, if not all, the Zelda games. I'm actually one of the few. I wouldn't say one of the few, but I'm one of those Zelda fans who doesn't really like Ocarina of Time all that much. I think it's actually just.
I loved it, but I mean, I've been playing since the first golden cartridge, right? The very
there
first,
you go.
So I'm that old, but I still consider Ocarina probably in my top 5 of all time. Just I loved it so much, and it was a really pivotal time. They have raised the bar, but yeah, I get it.
I respect it. I don't know. There's just something about that game, and even Majora's Mask, where I'm just it's fine. It's really ironic because when I would play Super Smash Brothers on N64, more often than not, I would use Link.
Yeah,
Link and Samus were my go-to characters, and I tried so many times to get an Ocarina of Time, and I just fucking can't. I cannot get into that game. But then I get to Wind Waker, and I fucking love Wind Waker. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess they were my top outside of Link to the Past, and then Breath of the Wild just fucking blew my mind. I've dumped. Actually, let's see how many hours I have dumped into Breath of the Wild.
While you check that, I would like to take a moment to point out the fact that I've never heard anyone refer to her as Samus before, and I do. It's I've always heard it as Samus, but it's an interesting interpretation.
I say it both ways. It's like Ra's al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. People wants to know, Cecil, do you consider Kingdom Hearts better be in that list of masterpieces?
I got to be honest. I've never played a single Kingdom Hearts game.
Ooh.
I've played them all.
I've never played a single Kingdom Hearts game. I've never played a single Mass Effect. Like there's a couple of big gaps in my gaming. I've always been a big story game person, so I don't know why I skipped those, but I was always Nintendo, and I don't think Kingdom Hearts was primarily Nintendo. I think that was a Sony thing, right? Like
Sony,
I didn't get into Sony until PlayStation 2. So like I played some PlayStation 1 games like the original Twisted Metal and stuff, but I just that was always a gap. Silent Hill was another gap until Silent Hill 2 remaster came out last year or whatever, but I have a few big gaps, and Kingdom Hearts was one of them.
I definitely recommend it for sure.
Chainsaw and I have played through every game, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are they co-op? I didn't know that.
Well, it's not so much. I mean, we just speaking generally because they are single-player games for the most part. But like Chainsaw and I talk about Kingdom Hearts here and there, and we've played every game in the franchise.
There's we're gonna lose our them, shit. Even though there's only like 3, right? Like,
well, yeah, there's 3 mainline games, and there's like a ton of like spin-offs, and like, and the problem was at a certain point in Square Enix's history, I don't know why they did this. They're like, hey, the main games are on PlayStation, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do
2 and 3.
Yeah, let's do a spin-off where we just have it on the DS. Let's do the next spin-off.
They had 3 spin-offs. Well, okay, technically, in between 1 and 2, there was Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance. And then after 2, they did 3 other spin-offs. They did 358 Days Over 2, which was on Nintendo DS. They did Birth by Sleep, which was on PSP. And then they did Recoded, which was on mobile games. But then they eventually ported it to Nintendo DS. And then once the 3DS was made, Square decided to do a game called Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And then on PS3, they remastered 1 Chain of Memories for PlayStation 2. It's funny, they actually remastered Chain of Memories from Game Boy to PlayStation, and then they remastered them again for PS3. They remastered all of the cinematics for Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, and they put that all in one package titled Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix. And then they did the same thing for Kingdom Hearts 2 Birth by Sleep, as well as the cinematics for Recoded, and put that as Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. And then they ported all of that to PlayStation 4. And then, in the midst of all of that, in 2013, they announced Kingdom Hearts 3 in development. And then, finally, in 2019, they released Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS4.
You also forgot 2.8.
Thank you. 2.8 is Birth by Sleep 0.02 Passage, Dream Drop Distance remastered for PlayStation 4, and then the cinematics for one of the other
mobile.
Games.
It's like a mobile.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
we all know. Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to say we all know gaming is cyclical, and at this point, what I feel like I have to do is I caught up on a lot of my gaps in the PlayStation 3 era when they released like the Jack and Daxter trilogy, the Ratchet and Clank trilogy and all that. So what I will wait for, so I'm guessing it won't be on the PS5, probably on the PS6 or the Xbox next gen, whatever. I'll wait for the Kingdom Hearts collection that has all of that shit, like the Marvel versus Capcom collection where you can just rotate. And
they do sell digital. You can get all of it. All in one, including Kingdom Hearts 3. So you get all.
It's all on a disc for me. I don't.
But the thing is, Square's making Kingdom Hearts 4 right now.
Yeah.
So
I imagine they will release some kind of collection ahead of that.
I don't doubt it one bit.
Yeah.
Especially on PS5. Like I would not doubt it one bit if they did one big collection for PS5.
We also forgot that they did the melody or something like a musical, like kind of thing.
That's right, they did.
Yeah.
I never played that one. Okay, I stand corrected. That's the only one I haven't played.
Yeah. I played the demo. Oh my gosh. Did anybody watch all those trailers yesterday that dropped? We had Cat in the Hat, Running Man, and then we had the Eyes of Wakanda teaser.
I take it back.
Oh, okay,
good. I watched Cat in the Hat and Running Man.
Yeah, Running Man looks awesome. That looks fun.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell, I think he's perfect for the role, honestly. And it looks like it's going to be chaotic, and it fits up right Edgar Wright's, I think, alley in terms of just the ridiculousness and the way like some of the scenes are shot. I'm like, yeah, this looks exactly what Edgar would want to do. It looks fun. And my wife's like, that's just weird. I'm like, well, yeah, it's supposed to be weird. It's a weird concept. You got to survive for all this time or you get all this money. It's like, yeah, but I was like, you want to go see it? And she's like, maybe. I'm like, yeah, you'll see it. You get popcorn out of it. But yeah, but then the Cat in the Hat trailer is the one that I'm just like, I don't really. It looks fine, but I'm not really interested in it. Honestly, it's whatever.
I like Bill Hader. I don't really care. I saw one funny TikTok where a dude was like, if you're gonna do a Cat in the Hat movie, you should just cast Mike Myers as the voice. And I'm like, really? We have that sort of nostalgia for that Cat in the Hat movie? I didn't realize that. Okay. But I don't.
Mike Myers doesn't even like talking about that movie.
I know, exactly. I don't know.
It's literally the rose-tinted glasses, right? They're pretending it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
or
funny.
he was 10 when he saw it, you know?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Well, it's just funny because I like Bill Hader too. And when I first heard him speaking as the Cat in the Hat, I'm like, I was interested because like I think he would do a decent job, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like it just kind of threw me off. I'm like, okay.
I can say it. It sounds bad.
I mean, it was just weird. I'm not really sure.
Bill Hader's kind of like the Will Ferrell of voice actors. He's the same in every single fucking role.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Seems weird too that this is the role that he's following up Barry with. Like,
oh, yeah, a complete shift, right? In terms of that to this,
yeah.
Like, all right,
yeah.
Well, I think too, like the same thing because I literally watched for the first time Monday night. No, it was last night. I watched the Red Dawn remake with Chris Hemsworth and Josh Peck was in it, of course, coming right off of. And they shot that like right after I think Drake and Josh ended, but it released years after that. And it's like you watch that movie and you're like, oh my god, he's murdering people.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then I watched Venom: The Last Dance after that.
Oh,
so
God.
yeah. So
what a night.
It was a weird night. It was because I found out as I'm watching the film. Oh, originally for Red Dawn, this was a Chinese invasion, but they switched it to North Koreans. I'm like, and post production, I'm like, oh, okay. And then Venom: The Last Dance, like that was just a weird. I don't even know.
Was that your first time watching it?
Yeah.
Wow.
These are that's why when I put in the Discord, I just had a weird double feature because I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, I finished that. I'm like, Red Dawn. I'm like, I'll see what else is up because it's like I got another 2 hours before I go to bed. I'm like, oh, The Last Dance. I'm like, well, I've not seen this. All right.
So you're telling me you didn't love the memories montage at the end of the movie?
No.
You didn't love the dance sequence with Mrs. Chen?
Look,
yeah.
As the film kept continuing, I'm like, what in the hell are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, as soon as he started mentioning New York, I want to see the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, okay, this is not going to end well. Like,
nope.
I know what's going to happen. And then it's like the whole Noel thing. I'm like, I heard that Noel was in it. Of course, he was in the trailers. And I'm like, wow, there was no reason to have Noel in this movie. Like,
no reason.
Yeah. No reason to have the character. Or give me a better reason than him just sitting on the throne the whole time, sending his minions to go do the work. It's like, maybe you didn't have to show him. Or maybe wait till the very end of the movie to reveal, oh, by the way, they weren't just like showing up or whatever. It's like, okay. And also the way it was worded too, like the opening of the film, it's like he's talking to us and telling us his backstory. And normally when you see these movies, you don't see the character as the story, as they start to speak like their origin, and then you see the character. It just felt really like they're breaking the fourth wall and telling you, audience, you don't know who I am. I'm going to tell you all about my life. It's like,
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
I was waiting for the record scratch.
Yeah.
Venom: The Last Dump. That's what they should have called it. It's
easily the worst one of the three.
Yeah, I would say so. Even though I really dislike Let There Be Carnage, I like the design of Carnage. I think the CGI of the Carnage and Venom fighting was good. I think the problem is Woody Harrelson was not Cletus. Like, he's just not Cletus. I'm sorry, he's just not that character.
No.
Well, and they didn't understand how symbiotes work either. They apparently think that symbiotes make the body disappear. And that's not the case at all, because Carnage was like making a giant hole in the middle of himself when Woody Harrelson is apparently in there. And I'm like, nah, that's not how that works. No. The body's still there. It's this fucking suit. He can't fucking rip himself a giant hole for a minute and then come back from that. That's not how that works.
Yeah, and they also
found, like they changed the rules. Like
they also found
that's how it was.
They also found a story reason to have him not be Venom as much, like the actual full on, because it can detect the codex as soon as we're in full form. So it's like, okay, saving that money. Gotcha. All right. But then they go full blown crazy in the third act with like a ton of freaking symbiotes. I'm like, but then all of them die pretty much immediately. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, beyond that, dude, like he says, I can't turn into Venom because it'll make the thing track me, and then he does it to dance with Mrs. Chen.
Yep.
What the fuck is that? I'm sorry, but that's not a reason.
They also threw in a line of dialogue that I noticed, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting, because like he goes, where did you find the time to learn this, like the dancing sequence? I'm like, that's a good question, because dance scenes are never explained how this is being pulled off. It's just happening. I'm like, okay, whatever.
The movie just feels like it was put together. Yeah, in post-production. Like they filmed a bunch of random stuff, and then in post-production they just kind of taped it and stitched it all together.
I feel so bad for Tom Hardy, because like he was so excited to play this character. We were all interested because like it's Tom Hardy, and then it's like, oh, okay, like it just kept getting worse.
That
like,
first movie isn't that bad. I don't care what anyone.
No, it's not.
No, it started off decent, but it's like he was like so excited, but it didn't hit the potential. But it's like, okay, we'll see what happens. Like they'll hear the feedback and whatever, and then they just kept making it worse.
Yeah,
it's like
they got progressively worse with each installment. And like, I like Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, but I won't disagree with what Cecil said about how symbiotes work. That's actually something I didn't even think about until he brought it up, but it is true. But even still, like, I think the characteristics of Cletus were there, and I think Woody Harrelson is probably he was the most apropos person to play the role, given what we all know about Cletus Cassidy, if you're familiar with Spider-Man lore. But like, yeah, like that movie, of all the movies they decided to make rated R, they made Craven rated R, and I'm just like, well, fucking Carnage is right there. Like, hello.
Yeah,
but it just kind of reinforced that like Sony Pictures proper just has absolutely zero fucking clue how to like actually take care of these characters without any knowledge whatsoever from the source material. It's just, I mean, the second movie could have been called Maximum Carnage, and they said just let there be carnage. Fuck. Ugh.
And then literally he has to say the title, "Let there be carnage," and I'm like, roll credits. Yeah. We're done. We got the title in. Boom.
Yeah.
Ugh. And I wonder like what the reasoning was to call it The Last Dance, because I said since day one when I found the title, this is a dumb title. I don't like it. It's stupid.
Because it's his last dance before he goes bye-bye.
Well, literally, yeah, he dances, right? So it's like, oh, let's go. And I wonder, like, if they're like, I'll make it. Well, I mean, he's dancing, and there's like
some symbiote left at the end of the fucking movie anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I was confused at first of what that after credit sequence was. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I looked up, like, oh, okay, like, but I don't know. It went by so fast. I'm like, okay.
Well, and they're never making another movie anyways, so.
Yeah, I love how the announcement came out a few weeks ago or something like recently, like, the Null story's done. No shit.
No, gee, really? Think so?
No.
God.
No shit.
I hate the people that say they want Tom Hardy to be the Venom in the Marvel U. I'm like, no, fucking let all that shit go bye-bye. Fuck the whole Sony universe. We don't, like, if there's a multiverse story, fine, but Marvel's overplayed their hand with multiverse stories at this point anyway. So, like, give someone else. Yeah. Let's get someone that actually fucking acts and looks like Eddie Brock, please. Can we, please?
Yeah. Or the only way you could bring Tom Hardy in is if it's if it's like in like Secret Wars or something, and it's
that's what I'm saying.
A different variant, different Eddie. It's him, and he's okay.
But he shouldn't be the MCU Eddie because that's not fucking Eddie. I'm sorry, but it's not Eddie. Like, that's their version of Eddie, but that is not Eddie Brock in the comics at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if since all this is done, supposedly, that they within the next trilogy of Spider-Man, we get Eddie Brock. We get.
Well, no, they're going to introduce the suit in Secret Wars, of course. Like, they're not going to fuck with this bullshit little bit of symbiote left over. Secret Wars is coming. That's when Spider-Man gets the black suit in the comics. There's no reason why they won't give him the black suit in this fucking version and then have that continue in the Spider-Man series from that point forward. Because we're getting the first Spider-Man before it. Then we're getting Secret Wars, and then we're getting the other two after that. So Tom Holland should have his new suit in this one. He should get the black suit in Secret Wars, and then in the second of this new trilogy, he's black suited Spider-Man, where he's angry. Like, do the story fucking line right, and bring Eddie Brock back bring the new Eddie Brock in at the end of that second Spider-Man movie with the bell tower, and have the suit jump on Eddie, and boom, we get Venom at the very end of that second Spider-Man movie.
I'm down.
Seems easy enough. Like, I don't know.
You're making it too easy. Sony and Marvel they can't make a decision on this. What do you mean?
I mean, how long did it take him to do Spider-Man 4?
Yeah, forever. Because they kept going back and forth in terms of what they wanted to do.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. I think it probably makes sense because
I mean, it wouldn't shock me. And obviously, Tom Holland kind of wanted to take a break and do his own thing, which is totally understandable too.
But also Sony's like, but I mean, they're probably also figuring out like what kind of story we're gonna do, because the last one we made so much fucking money because you did a multiverse one. Well, should we do another one? No.
Yeah, now they're doing Hulk. Like, can we just give him a fucking solo Spider-Man?
That's not been confirmed.
I thought it was.
John Bernthal's in the movie.
John Bernthal too, but I thought Hulk too. No, that wasn't confirmed.
It's just rumored for now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
But I mean, if it is. Okay, like
the Bernthal story is cool. I mean, that was when Punisher was introduced, was tracking down Spider-Man. So that's fucking
people are
cool
saying
if they do that.
Since he calls Daredevil Red, they should call him Web
or Web.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. Just people are just like saying so long, Web.
If he doesn't need to have a pithy way to refer to everyone. You know what I mean?
No, it'd be funny if he did though. Like, that's just a bit that he has. Like, he just does it.
He's
like,
super serious, except he creates a nickname for every hero he sees.
Or he just starts creating nicknames for everybody he like has more than one line of dialogue with. He just creates like a name for them. Yeah, that scene in Daredevil Born Again where he's like sitting there with all those cops and shit. I love that. That's so good.
Amazing.
Yeah. God.
So relevant too to the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, we'd be so honored if you're still with us. Like, y'all are a bunch of clowns.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. Like, it was great.
God. John Berthel's so good. Yeah.
He is. I met him in person last year at Man Monster. He was dope. I told him, I was like, thank you for actually portraying Frank Castle the way he needs to be portrayed. I appreciate that. And he's like, thanks, man.
Yeah, I think he's shooting the special soon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's shooting that and Spider-Man concurrently.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Fun time to be Frank Castle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All this cool shit.
I don't mind if they find the right actor for the right role. I don't mind them riding that for a little while. You know what I mean? Like Bernthal as the Punisher. Shit. All right. Give me more. Just like Charlie Cox as Daredevil. Shit. Give me more. He did an amazing job. I'll take, Born Again, even though it's a little uneven and it's, cobbled together from 2 different rounds of shooting. I still enjoyed it. Like, Charlie Cox kills it.
I'm surprised that Frank has time for Peter's crazy ass bullshit. He's probably gonna get frustrated about Peter pretty quick, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but let me ask this. With the setup that we have for both characters, why would Frank go after Spider-Man? I don't think he would just take a job to kill Spider-Man, because he's been around long enough to see that Spider-Man actually really only helps things. So I don't know how they'll bring him into that unless Frank has to like hunt down one of the villains that Spider-Man is up against or something like that.
That's my guess.
It's probably that, because I think there's a rumor of Chameleon is going to be in this movie. I think
not the Craven Chameleon.
No.
Okay,
no.
Scorpion. That's
yeah.
Yeah, there's a rumor that Scorpion. So maybe he's going after Scorpion.
The movie is called Brand New Day, and Mr. Negative is the villain in that run. So I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if Mr. Negative made an appearance.
Wasn't there some casting rumors for that too recently?
Yeah.
Is it Stephen Young?
I've seen some, but I don't know how true they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
he would be a great Mr. Negative. I got to be honest. I have those comics, so like.
And I liked how they handled Mr. Negative in the Spider-Man PS4 game. So that was pretty cool. Him building a Sinister Six, essentially. Like, oh, that's cool. All right. And then goes up from there.
I'm definitely curious to see what like change in tone that we're going to get in this new like trilogy of Spider-Man films if they're bringing in someone like John Bernthal. Because it's like he's so R-rated and so dark, and deals with so many different themes that are just not what we've gotten out of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like, I don't know. I'm just definitely curious to see how they handle that.
It's fair.
what Frank does is R-rated. Frank's not really R-rated talk-wise, so like they can just cut around his violent action, they go pretty far with that stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
In Born Again, my God, there were some scenes like Jesus. All right.
Oh, yeah.
They did say that they were casting actually Mary Jane for this new series, right? Or is that rumors too?
Rumors. Well, it's all based off like the fact that Sadie Sink is in this movie. We don't know what role she's playing, and so I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, it's all like all hearsay, or people are just going, "Oh, I heard this. Oh, I heard this," because it's I don't know.
Unless there's multiverse shenanigans, I would be very disappointed if they end up retconning Zendaya being the MJ for him.
Yeah.
Do that.
Now they're saying that she was never meant to be that MJ.
That I wouldn't like that
sense at all.
And I wouldn't like it if they did that. Yeah.
I would hope that Marvel would go, no, we're not doing that.
How popular she is, like, why would you want?
Well, she's not. Her name isn't Mary Jane, right? It's
Michelle Jones.
Michelle Jones, right?
Yeah.
So like she's MJ, but she's not Mary Jane Watson. Oh, she is Watson.
Her last name is Watson. They make that clear in No Way Home.
Oh, so that's gonna be fucking weird then.
This movie's just rumors.
I don't think Sadie Sink is playing Mary Jane. I think Sadie Sink is either probably going to be Jackpot or.
But Jackpot is Mary Jane. Well, Mary Jane becomes Jackpot. Does Jackpot not start as Mary Jane?
I don't think so. I think
Jackpot is Mary Jane in the comics.
I'm gonna have
for
to
sure.
Look at that.
I'm looking at it.
She just became Venom. She was Jackpot right beforehand. Because that was her whole thing. You just hit the Jackpot tiger.
Though.
No, but I understand. But in the no. That's what I'm saying. Mary Jane becomes Jackpot.
So there's someone named Sarah Errett, Elena Jobson, and then Mary Jane does become a version at some point.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm saying I don't think the version of Jackpot, if there was to be one in this movie, it probably isn't Mary Jane, and I don't think Sadie Sink is playing Mary Jane or Mary Jane Watson for that matter. Yeah. I think she's probably going to be either Felicia Hardy or what was that first one you named?
Sarah Errett.
What book was she introduced in?
Good question. Let's see.
Brand New Day, if I'm not mistaken.
It doesn't say necessarily. Oh wait, it depicted as in the Amazing Spider-Man Presents Jackpot #1 was introduced. Okay. So, but here's the thing. So Mary Jane's version was introduced in the Zeb Wells run of the Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
So I'm not sure when that is, but yeah, I'm just looking here.
I think it would make more sense if I guess they could do Jackpot, but the fact that they haven't done a live action Black Cat yet is really strange. So, I mean, just because she's a redhead in Stranger Things doesn't mean she'll be a redhead in Spider-Man. Yeah. So
some idiot tried to put out there that she was allegedly going to be Jean Grey. Yeah,
I believe that is true.
I don't put a fucking stock of word in what that rat says.
She looks exactly like Sophie Turner, so I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, she's too young for that yet.
No, I think she's probably playing Felicia Hardy. Because the thing is Sony and Marvel basically have to come to an agreement on who and what villains can be used for each movie too, which is why you had a different version of Rhino in Kraven the Hunter, which is why all the other Spider-Man villains came back for No Way Home, and why all the other villains that were used previously in Homecoming and Far From Home were the likes of Mysterio, and Vulture, and Shocker, and Matt Gargan before he was Scorpion. So it's and a couple of the other ones were utilized in the Sony movies, i.e. Venom, Carnage, Madam Web, and Ezekiel Sims of all fucking characters. Jesus Christ. But that's such
a good Spider story to waste on Madam Web. Holy
I'd have to imagine that Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal probably have the biggest headache conversations with people at Sony.
Oh yeah,
I'd have to imagine so.
Yeah, you watch their old interviews with one another, you could tell every time she talks, mentions how they're gonna kind of intertwine. Years past, Kevin looks like he just wants to leave.
He looks like he's about ready to have an aneurysm or something.
Yeah, he's like, oh god.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, don't say anything else. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I think that's why they stopped doing interviews together, because she would just babble. I was also reading this too about around the production of The Last Dance, that apparently Tom Hardy was had said there was discussions about merging the Sony stuff and Marvel. I'm there's no way they're doing that. I'm sorry. Kevin's if I think there's no way we're not merging.
Well, there was probably discussions, but
yeah, but Sony's like, hey, let's call Kevin. Kevin's like, I'm not answering that. Send that to voicemail. Yeah. We're not doing that. No. Yeah, I mean,
this was probably also during a time when he was stretched super thin at Marvel Studios because Bob Chapek told him to put everything out all at once.
Yeah, everything.
So at least, at the very least, he had a good reason to not answer that phone call. He was probably too fucking busy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she did throw a sandwich at Kevin Feige. Yeah, that is the thing that happened.
She did.
My question is, what kind of sandwich? Right? Like, I need to know.
It was probably a Subway sub or something. I don't know. Jimmy John's.
You know what? I would. Okay, now I'm hungry for Jimmy John's.
You're welcome.
I said that. I love Jimmy John's. I also love Subway too. I like to eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh. Yeah. I mean, let's see. What else do we have? Oh yeah, the Batman Part 2 script got turned in or whatever.
That it did.
It did. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. I mean, I heard Batman's going to be in it. That's what I heard.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true or not, but can anybody confirm nor deny?
As far as I know.
I mean, it would be shocking if there's no Batman in this movie. It's just Gordon the whole time. So it's just basically like the Gotham show again, just in movie form. No Batman till 3. We're gonna save him. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Whatever they're doing, I love the Batman. 3 hours of it was really good in runtime because I thought 3 hours it was going to drag. I'm like, oh boy, here we go, 3 hours. It went by pretty quick.
No, it dragged.
Oh, you think it dragged?
Yes.
Okay.
I was not the biggest fan of it. I think that movie gets overglazed by a massive margin.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm surprised my wife stayed away for 3 hours. She fell asleep during Frozen 2, which she loved the first Frozen, fell asleep in that in the theaters, but said that the whole entire time was engaged for 3 hours with the Batman. I'm like, I'm surprised because she's not a big comic fan. She isn't.
That is my favorite solo Batman movie. Before that was Batman Returns. I love the Batman. I think it's one of the best Batman movies ever made.
It's just not Batman, but I mean, not my version of him, the comic version. He's they tried so hard to put him in a realistic world that it just doesn't work for me as well, personally.
Okay. I don't really know how else to answer that, but all right. Whatever floats your boat. I think Batman can work more than one world, but that's just
he can. I mean, yeah, I think Nolan did it great with the Dark Knight trilogy. I just think that I was just bored by the Batman. I thought the Riddler stuff was boring. I wasn't into it. That's just me. I mean, Phil, you and I disagree sometimes on stuff. It happens.
Oh, I'm not mad. I'm just
no. I know. I get you.
That's fair. I figured. It doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me in the slightest, and I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to be a jerk.
Okay, so now I have to ask this question: How do you feel about Batman and Robin, Cecil? More campy.
The original? Oh no, that went too far the other direction.
Okay. Yeah. So what's your middle ground then? What would you say?
I mean, I liked what Nolan did. I thought The Dark Knight was a fantastic example of a Batman movie. Joker was realistically fucking psycho, the way he would be. I feel like the Two-Face stuff was handled really well too. Again, it's pretty street level, but for Batman, I feel like it worked. I guess I don't know if I had to sit down and decode exactly why I wasn't a big fan of the Batman. I just thought it was too long. It was boring. The lady that got shot in the belly was wading through waist deep water without a problem. After when the shot of Batman leading the crowd through the water, that was great, but it took so long to get there, and Batman steps like he's a tank, and he walks everywhere, and so it was he does one jump from a building and that's it in the entire movie. And so I get it, he's year 2, but it just was it was a boring sit for me, and I've tried to sit through it again and it's boring again. So but that again, yeah, it's just not as much for me.
I agree.
A lot of people glaze it. I understand. A lot of people love it.
And I'm wondering how much of a time jump we're doing to where we actually might see more of that, him being Batman, that you're maybe missing. I wonder if there's going to be, because of course it has to be something new to add besides just a new villain. It's got to be something that will hopefully entice people like, oh, okay, so he's evolved. He's improving as being the character. Because year 2, he's still figuring this crap out. I mean, literally, we saw where he's the gliding down, he crashes and burns. Like, it's bad. Like, ooh. But it makes sense because he's still learning. Like, he doesn't really know. He's still trying to learn the process, right? In trial and error, basically, what was happening in that movie at times. But
I think too, we'll see more of a balance. Like, I think for me, like, I did love the Batman, but I did have a problem with him just being so one-sided with Batman and ignoring basically everything about
all the Bruce stuff.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of that was probably the only thing I didn't like about the film. Where I'm like, I would have liked to have seen a little more Bruce Wayne from him, but I think that's kind of the story that Matt Reeves is telling at this point. Where the further we go on, that's what we're going to get.
It's fair. Yeah. It's fair. Katie, have you seen the movie The Batman?
I haven't seen any of these, so I'm sorry. What? I have nothing to contribute to any of these conversations. I don't know, man.
Are you not interested, or
I'm not interested. Really, I've never been like a Batman person, except for like Injustice 2, where I have an Arkham Knight Batman, and I'm like, that's my guy. But like anything else, I'm like, I literally do not care about Batman. Like, I don't know. He's just too like dark and moody for me, I guess.
Okay, that's fair.
But what do I know? I've never seen him being dark and moody, but that's what I hear. So
watch Batman and Robin. He's not moody at all in that movie.
I've definitely heard about that one. I've seen too much of it. Yeah,
it can't be as dull. I think
I've seen maybe 40 seconds of a clip of it, and I was like, okay.
I think a better balance for you might be Batman Forever. It's kind of campy with, but it's also. It's more balanced with Joel Schumacher, his first attempt at doing before he went really off the rails with the next one. But Batman Forever, I think, definitely is a good because it's got the wackiness of Jim Carrey, so you get that. Okay. But then you also have Val Kilmer doing a really good job at portraying a kind of the Bruce Wayne and then the Batman kind of stuff in the blend of that. Of course, so I feel like that'd be better for you because it's not like super serious. It's like, oh, okay, Two-Face is kind of crazy, Riddler's kind of crazy. Yeah,
it's all crazy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Crazy movie.
And I'm gonna be for real. You know, my favorite saying Chainsaw is like, "Where's the women?" I don't know. I never see anything about them in Batman except like Anne Hathaway's Catwoman or whatever that one time.
Batman and Robin had Batgirl.
Yeah, Batgirl and Batman and Robin. That's a train wreck, but regardless, Batgirl is in it.
It's just Batman and Robin. I simply don't think is.
That's not a good counter argument.
Batman Forever has Nicole Kidman in it.
Yeah. There's that.
Okay. Yeah. So honestly, all the like trailers I've ever seen of it or whatever, it's like big dark, scary Batman, whatever. And I'm just like, okay.
Me up.
I've always maintained the best Batman movie is Mask of the Phantasm, and I'll never until they beat that. That's the story. I think that the Batman, because the Batman, I feel like is very limited in what it can do as far as the villains go. I think Scarface makes sense because it's a lot of crime shit, and I think the Phantasm story would be fantastic because he's that's crime based. That's but I think Andrea Beaumont is a really fantastic character starts as a love interest and then is revealed to be, obviously the Phantasm. So I think that's a great Bat story. And that balances the Batman and Bruce Wayne stuff really, really well as well.
Yeah. So if you're not really into the moody stuff, Katie, then who are some of your favorite characters then? Do you like the more just like upbeat characters or like kind of a balance?
Oh gosh. If I start talking about characters I like.
Go for it.
Oh God! No, you just know how my opinions are always just like, oh girl, okay,
No,
like she has some choices she makes.
No, I love it.
No, come on, let's hear it.
I want to hear one. What is one of these choices?
Give us a character on top of your head that you're like, I love this character. Boom.
Oh, we're talking like superheroes or just like in general, like
superhero, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go pretty. No. This isn't that crazy. But I'll go Melissa's Cara Danvers, Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl. Okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is definitely more upbeat, right? There are some serious moments in that show, but yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I usually like, the more, more like, I have fun sometimes, people. I don't know. I really like Kamala Khan. Marvel.
Fair.
She's a cutie patootie. I like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Okay.
I don't know, whimsy. Give me some whimsy or something. I don't know. But
yeah, Andrew definitely, unfortunately, got the shit end of the stick because he did not do.
He's the most underrated Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because he never got his trilogy. He came back in No Way Home. Thankfully, had some amazing stuff in there. But yeah,
I thought he shined the most out of all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, you could say both him and Toby both had moments to shine.
Their chemistry, yeah.
But for sure, I think Andrew, because they had more to give to him because he never got his trilogy. They end on a really bad note on his movie, and so it's like,
dude, him saving MJ is one of the best moments in any of the Spider-Man movies. Honestly,
theater reaction.
It's
I'm assuming we all
incredible.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
incredible. It was like,
the fact that those of us that just knew, right, that were so familiar with TASM 2, it's just I was like, just the way that he got so much across just literally without saying a word, it's so brilliant. That is one of the reasons why Andrew Garfield is I think the best, most underrated.
I do mean Peter 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Peter 3. It's
Yep.
Peter 3. Peter 3. Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 3.
So good.
He's back after being gone for a bit. Welcome back, Cody. What's up?
Hey, man? What's up,
Cody,
man?
What's up, man?
How's it going, guys? Andrew had a good time. You guys are talking about No Way Home.
Yeah, well, yeah, because Katie's listing off some characters she likes because she's like, I'm not really a Batman fan. Or so, okay, so what's some characters you like just to kind of see? Because we were on a Batman trip for a bit, and she said Andrew Garfield. She loves his Spider-Man. Like, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
My guy.
Honestly, I walked out of No Way Home. He was my favorite part of that whole movie. I loved him so much in that movie.
Yeah.
He showed up for that movie.
Yeah.
I genuinely after I walked out of that film, I was like, all right, so I need 3 more movies with him, exploring how he was after Gwen died. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely. He was.
I would like to see a movie where it's after the events of 2, and then it picks up after he comes back, or maybe we see or maybe a film before No Way Home, right? And then the next one is after it, so what happens after that,
In my opinion, he should have been the Spider-Man in Sony's Spider-Man-less universe.
That would have been nice.
I think he would have fit really well with what they were doing with that. And I think he would have not made those movies great, but made them better than what we got, if that makes sense.
100%. Because if he was in Craven, even though I don't want him in Craven, but if he was, it would have made it better. If he was in the Venom films, it would have made them better or something. Everyone kept saying, "Oh, Andrew's going to show up in the sequel to Venom." No. Oh, he's definitely showing up in the final one, which I watched for the first time last night. The Last Dance. So yeah, if he would have showed up, oh my god, I don't know what he would have done. I have no idea.
You see, my biggest issue with Venom 3, because I know you guys were talking about it earlier, was that whole plot point they came up with Venom saying that when he's fully Venom, they can essentially track him. And it's well, then what about the other 2 movies? Why? Couldn't they have tracked you then? Why would they just decide to track you now?
Yeah, no waited until the last one.
That's what I'm saying. He really waited.
He wasn't in those movies. Yeah.
So it's
that's their excuse. He's not in it, so he's not looking for him.
Yeah, he just didn't do it. Yeah.
He just thought one day, I should do this now. Yeah, no, I don't know. That to me just wasn't.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot of the budget went to those creatures. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Which is ridiculous. They brought that cop from the sequel back for the 3rd film. He doesn't do anything in this movie.
Just a couple exposition, and then he gets eaten.
Yeah, he literally was exposition the character, and then he's done.
And then he just gets eaten. And it's okay, cool.
Yeah, and then of course he has this dialogue with Eddie, who doesn't have the symbiote. So Venom's not hearing any of this, and then he becomes his own symbiote, and then boom, it's okay, we're done with you. Okay, thanks for the exposition. I think they literally just okay, well, and there was such an ADR moment that stood out so much. They're about to go talk to him for the first time, the doctor or scientist, whatever, and she turns her back away from the camera, and then you hear her say a bunch of lines. I'm like, oh, wow, that's really bad ADR. Holy crap. Because the audio completely switched. I'm like, yeah, that's ADR to a T. For someone who can actually talk to somebody who actually got the symbiote to merge with them, I'm like, you didn't have to say it. Because we're about to see it. You didn't have to say whatever. Okay.
It's not them trusting their audience. They're like, our audience is too dumb to put this together.
Yeah, they're dumb. Let's put a line in there.
Well, they did so much ADR in those last Sony films. In the last few ones, Madam Web too, like it was.
Oh yeah, the whole villain was.
Yeah, every Ezekiel line was fucking ADR.
Yeah, it was so bad too.
Like, what are you talking about, man?
Ezekiel is such a cool fucking character too. God, they keep doing so many characters so dirty.
ADR the movie.
Yeah.
Literally.
Wasn't there that one shot in Craven with where Craven was sharing a dialogue scene with the female character? And I'm pretty sure they just took a still frame and like
they did. They had the still frame
and
just animated the mouth on it because they didn't have the shot for her saying.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, Corridor Crew did an awesome breakdown. If you don't watch Corridor Digital, they do.
Oh, I love Corridor Crew. They're one of my favorite channels. I love it, guys.
That shit was so funny when I was like, I didn't pick up on it when I first watched it because I don't know. I find that my eyes are lenient for CG shit. Like I don't bump into a lot of the issues that people do. So when they saw, I was like, holy shit, I did not even notice that when I was watching it. Maybe I was zoned out on the movie because it was bad, but you know.
I found it.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's
that's the one.
Oh yeah, Ariana DeBoy. Yeah,
her mouth just like and then it's like a Conan
O'Brien.
Like her eyes blink too.
So bad.
Look at what you became.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow!
Holy shit!
How did I not notice in the theater? Oh,
so bad.
Right there,
I must have been looking at the popcorn or something. Like I don't know.
They couldn't have used just like any shot of him, like whoever the other person was,
the reverse
and just we don't need to see her for that line. Like
you could have done like a face the back of the head. Like what the
ADR?
Chainsaw, can you pull up the rhinos thing? Oh yeah, because there's something about that I found out after also.
Apparently
he didn't do that. Like,
no, he was just silent. He just
he was silent.
Yeah, and they added that shit in post, and I was like, who made that call?
That's like a Wesley Snipes opening his eyes in Blade Trinity shot. Like, what are we doing?
Damn near.
Oh my god,
this is a whole bit that we've played several times.
This is a clip on my show.
Because it's so
no way.
Literally,
oh my god!
He just got bad news. He just received bad news, and this is his frustration. like, oh my god!
And apparently they played it.
I saw that with 4 people on opening night, and that got the biggest reaction out of the entire theater. It was so funny.
Yep, there was like maybe less than 20 people in my theater.
I don't even know what to say.
When that played, I audibly heard someone go, "What the fuck?" Oh my god, it was so bad, and I'm sitting here like thinking, "Damn, man, I really thought this was going to be the best one of the 3 this year."
Nope.
Dude,
I legit would have started hollering with laughter. Like I don't even care.
In that scene, he shot it several ways. He shot like multiple different screams, and then a take he did where he's just silent. That's the one they used and added that.
Yeah,
that someone else making
That's
that
crazy.
Like who in the editing room was like, we should do that?
He's so angry that he's choking on his frustration.
Avi Arad, bro.
Creative decision
telling you,
right there.
Avi Arad.
Oh my god!
What are we even doing? Oh my gosh!
It's like as much as I would have loved to have seen Andrew come back. Thank God he stayed away from these.
Oh
movies.
god! No.
Oh yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, no shit.
He would have made them better, but not that much.
Not
better.
by much.
Like, just stay away, dude.
And I don't want to see his Spider-Man interacting with this Craven, and it would just make it like because
he deserves better.
Yeah, something came out around the time when they all decided that Sony's like, we're done making these movies because they're tanking and they're doing horrible. But they blame the audience, of course. Like we're the reason why it's failing. No, it's because you guys fucking suck at those movies.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
The old CEO, CFO, Tony Vincicera. Oh my god.
Out of Web was a good film. Shut up.
Brain dead comment. Holy shit.
Shut up. It's just the internet culture.
Say that again.
Ruining it.
Say that again.
It's a fucking brain dead comment is what that was. Oh my god.
But at one point he said they could have used a Spider-Man in their movies. They just didn't do it. I'm like, Oh, because we've always been under this impression that since Marvel and Sony are working together with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, that the contract didn't allow Sony to do another Spider-Man in their Spider-less first. Right. Then that guy came out and said during all this nonsense and everyone else was like focusing on other things, and then this came out, oh, by the way, we could have used a Spider-Man if we wanted to. We could have used anybody. We could have had a Spider-Man.
We could have had our own. It's okay. And everyone was just like, what?
It's not like the film that had three Spider-Man
when you have Madam Web.
Katie, you make a good point, because let's be honest, when you think of like who's a popular character that Sony owns under the Spider-Man IP, you don't think Spider-Man, you think Madam Web. Let's do that.
There was a Spider-Man in Madam Web. It was Ezekiel. He had the costume and everything.
Oh, sorry. You know what? I'm not as smart as these writers that are writing like gold, right? I'm definitely
that is actually from the comics that Peter is a spider totem and Ezekiel was like the spider totem before him. So like that is actually a thing, but they still fucked it all up.
The only one I think
kind of thing. Yeah,
that was a really cool story in the comics. Sorry, I'll show you.
No, that's all right. Sorry. I just think the only one I think I've seen of these Sony things was Madam Web, and I like heard it was horrendous. So obviously I was like, well, I need to watch it now. I need to watch it. And I think I have a lower bar than probably most of you guys. I'll be like, yeah, whatever. I really like a good amount of movies, but like that was fun. And I come on like Twitter, it's like, that was the most dumpster fire garbage movie I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, I thought it was cute. I don't know. But Madam Web truly is there's nothing. No.
It's dog
there's
shit.
nothing. There's nothing.
You had to agree with that one.
I had to.
I mean, Sydney Sweeney. Okay, you know what? Never mind.
Hey, you're not wrong, dude.
Never
You're not
mind.
wrong. Well, if we got more than one shot of her as Spider Woman, it would have been amazing.
Oh God.
My only thing is
the
that
cast is great. They had a good cast. Like,
right,
yeah,
but it's like,
yeah,
how can Sony watch, especially the executives, see how amazing No Way Home did? You have 3 Spider-Men from 3 different generations in the same movie, and everyone loved it. If I was a Sony executive, I'm like, okay, so we're getting Andrew, we're putting him in every single one of our Spider-Man list Spider-Man movies from here on out. Like that's what we're doing. But instead, they were just like, no, we're just going to do Kraven and Venom 3.
He would have demanded, third Spider-Man movie pay, and they probably were not willing to do that.
I'm surprised they didn't just greenlight a third film with him on it, or another film with him, because it's like
there was rumors for that and a fourth Toby movie film, right?
Yeah, the fourth Toby wasn't going to happen.
And they asked Sam Raimi, and he's like, well, and I think the reason why, yes, they probably could use a Spider-Man in the Spider-less Sony, but I bet it's like you can't make another Spider-Man movie that's not Tom Holland. Like you could have him, they could probably they maybe could have Spider-Man in Venom 3 or Kraven. I don't want it, but they could have. But maybe it's like you can't do a movie though. So maybe that's the stipulation. So maybe like, oh well, we could use a Spider-Man. Just couldn't. It's probably the logistics of it, because like, well, we're doing Spider-Man in the MCU. You guys are working with us. You're making a lot of money off this deal. You can't do another Spider-Man. Like I think the animation is probably the only exception. That's why you have Miles in the Spider-Verse.
Right, like they didn't want competing live action Spider-Man,
that's probably what it is. That's probably why Sony didn't do Spider-Man, which probably would have actually helped them.
Like that film, like what Andrew described, what he did after the events of Spider-Man or the Amazing Spider-Man 2, so many people would have shown up for that movie. I would have been there day one to see that movie. Like that is an interesting way or an interesting direction to take that character that we haven't seen before, especially in live action. So if they would have done that, dude, I think it would have made bank personally. Just because of how great Andrew was in No Way Home. Like he was so good. Like I mean, in my opinion, he was the standout to me, like I said. So I think you're right, Chainsaw. I think there was some kind of stipulation in there where they just couldn't use him in a solo Spider-Man film because they didn't want competing Spider-Man, which whatever, studio politics, it is what it is.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, even if there wasn't, I know he, like the way he talks about it in interviews, it's like he seems very protective about what he's going to come back and do. Like he hasn't outright said it, but it seems like he only wants to come back if it's the MCU and with like Kevin Feige involved, not from the Sony side.
That's probably why he only accepted this deal. And it's like,
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to happen. What happened with TASM 2 again? He doesn't want that.
Yeah, he's not blind. He sees what the Sonyverse is doing.
Yeah.
Right, because the writing for his character in No Way Home was legitimately great, and it was cool to see him with great writing because you're like, holy shit,
this is the potential.
This is what could have been. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, all they had to do was slow the fuck down on the sequel when they made it.
Seriously,
they literally rushed so much shit and crammed so much crap in that movie. Because I rewatched the first one a little while ago. I'm like, this is great, and I'm starting the sequel. I'm like, okay, this is actually not that. This is actually better than I remembered. And then we just haven't got to it yet. Now here's all the shit. I'm like, okay.
TASM 2 is very Batman Forever coded, in my opinion. Like the whole Jamie Foxx's whole story is just Jim Carrey's
that's Edward Nigma. That he's straight up Edward Nigma. Yeah. But I think what hurt the Amazing Spider-Man 1 the most was its marketing, because it advertised itself as like a new take on the story, like a never before, but it was just the same thing.
Version, like
right, and it was just kind of the same thing, but recycled. Like, Martin Sheen saying their version of the "with great power comes great responsibility," but they had to like switch it up, just things like that, and it just kind of retread the same ground, but in their own way. And so maybe that kind of put people off to it too. But I actually like TASM 1. I think it's pretty good. I mean,
I actually prefer The Amazing Spider-Man to Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man movie.
Really?
We agree.
Yep.
But we know that.
No way.
That's
crazy.
I think that's fair, because also at the same time,
but I would also say
I
would also say that Spider-Man 2 is hands down like one of the greatest superhero films ever made.
Oh, it is.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing I would say, TASM 1 did better in my opinion than the first Tobey movie, was showcasing Peter's brilliance. Like, I don't feel like
I agree.
I don't feel like Tobey's.
They did Peter Parker better, period. Like,
right.
I'm also kind of biased because the Lizard is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains ever, and I had waited years to see the Lizard be on screen facing off against Spider-Man. So that film is just kind of automatically gotten like a boon because of that. And I think Rhys Ifans is actually a pretty solid actor, all things considered. So I like
Andrew's physicality in the role is really good. Like as Spider-Man too, like even in both films, like his physicality when he's under the mask, like his very physical performance.
Yeah.
Don't talk like that. You're amazing.
Yeah. His first interaction with that car thief in the first movie is like so much more Spider-Man than
it is.
It is ultimate Spider-Man through and through. It is Brian Michael Bendis' Spider-Man without a fucking doubt.
You nailed it. Like, and that's the Spider-Man that I like. I read Clone Saga and Beyond in the main universe, but Ultimate was like just it floored me. I have the whole Ultimate run, the original one, and like Bendis, you're right. He fucking killed it.
Like there are like low points in Bendis' run of Ultimate, but even still, like everything pertinent to Peter Parker is fucking top notch.
Even his low points are better than a lot of the mid points of the regular MCU.
Dude, his low points make his low points comparatively to modern Spider-Man comics are like fucking operatic.
It's crazy.
It's bad, and by bad I mean like it's modern Spider-Man comics are just fucking bad for the most part.
Yeah, they're not. I stopped when. Yeah, I stopped a few years ago after collecting since the Clone Saga, and it hurt my heart, but I think it was the right decision.
I stopped because I started again when I worked at a comic book store, and that didn't last long. I picked up again when they put Ben Reilly back in a Spider-Man costume, and Peter was laid up in the hospital. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? And I read further, and I was like, this is just not good. I'm not enjoying this. Zeb Wells is just not a Spider-Man writer.
Yeah, I didn't get into. I think was it Hickman that wrote before Wells for a little bit.
Hickman's doing the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff now.
Okay, because it's someone wrote like I did all the way up through Spider Island and all of that shit.
That was Dan Slott.
So yeah, I think I stopped after Slott. Like Slott's run was incredible. But
it's funny because like I wasn't too big on what Slott did in Spider-Man 700 when he gave the reins over to Dr. Octopus, but then I read what Zeb Wells did and I was like, my God, this is making Dan Slott stuff tolerable for me. Holy shit.
Yeah, when Doc Ock was Spider-Man, it was
at first I was really bothered by that, but then I read some of the Superior Spider-Man stuff. I was like, okay, this isn't half bad.
It was interesting. It was interesting, and the reason he ended up giving the body back at the end was pretty cool. Like I felt like it was good writing. It was at least something different. They can't evolve Spider-Man. Like he's the same now as he always has been. He's always single, like perpetually single. His relationships never work out. He never has a fucking job. Like it's so stupid. He's been a scientist. He started his whole company, Parker Industries. That's gone. He was a teacher for a number of years. That's gone. And now he's just back to being a fucking no job dude. And it's like, they need to evolve that character. It doesn't work anymore.
No. You see, I'm more familiar with DC comics than I am Marvel because I've just always gravitated towards DC more, and like DC has their Elseworld stories, which is something they're really known for. Does Marvel have really any true equivalent to that? Like,
do DC has their what stories?
Like their Elseworld stories.
Yeah, What If? Marvel's What If.
Yeah, What If. Yeah.
What If and technically kind of Ultimate in a sense.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah, I mean, Ultimate is just one of the What If universes, like really.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because like right now I'm reading Secret Identity, the Superman.
Oh, what a great series,
dude! It's oh my gosh, it's brilliant. So I would love to see like
fantastic writer,
like that kind of take, but with Spider-Man. Something so.
No one would buy that. Like I love that story, but so just so you guys know, the idea of Superman's Secret Identity is that it takes place in the real world, and like a dude that just really loves Superman, like and always has. One day gets the powers of Superman, and he ends up meeting a girl named Lois, and it plays out like
well,
that.
That's the thing is in the beginning he's not necessarily like he likes Superman, but because of where he lives and everything, and his parents named him Clark
Kent, so he ended up
resenting right. So he resented that because he ends up getting picked on because of that and everything. And one day, like he just wakes up with the powers and becomes Superman, and like that's so fucking brilliant. I love that. I love that so much.
My favorite Elseworlds is Superman speeding bullets, where his rocket lands in Gotham.
Yep,
and he becomes Batman, and Lex Luthor becomes Joker. It's a fucking amazing book.
That's crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, that's really cool. And that's what I'm saying. I wish Marvel would do more stuff like that. Because
they did with What If, and that show didn't do well. So
right. What If is really, but I meant more like the comic side of it. But yes, What If is definitely their version of that. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if DC kind of does that. Spider-Man would be cool.
I wonder if DC does like an Elseworlds kind of animated project or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, they already said that the Batman is an Elseworlds DC project.
I meant like a show or something, kind of like What If, where you do like stories.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, technically, My Adventures with Superman is in that category.
Superman Red Sun, the animated movie.
Yeah, the movie.
I didn't want to bring that up because I don't like that book all that much, but you're not wrong. I fucking hate Mark Millar. I think he's one of the worst writers on the planet. I think he's fucking terrible, all things considered.
I like how you pronounce names.
Mark Millar.
It's Mark Miller, and the other guy was Reza Fons. I like it. I like how you pronounce names. It's fun.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a Mark Millar guy. I think he's a fucking tool bag.
To me, I think he's kind of, the way I phrased it to someone and they really agreed, he is kind of dime store Grant Morrison.
Oh, like, see, that's exactly how I think he is.
He's like the Fast and Furious version of Grant Morrison.
He's a fucking poor man's Grant Morrison, is what he is.
Yeah, there you go.
Timu Grant Morrison.
Timu, there you go. Yeah. Timu. Well, I like his stuff, though. I got to be honest. I have the entire Miller universe. Like, I have every book. Huck, he just did a crossover of all of his books like 2 years ago that brought them all together, including Kick-Ass and like all of them. Kick-Ass actually has powers now, by the way. So that's kind of interesting.
I think it would be cool if DC.
Yeah, they brought David came back because Kick-Ass had a black woman had taken over the mantle of Kick-Ass, but in this series, David Lizunsky, whatever his last name is, came back, and now he actually has powers. Yep.
Okay.
You see, for me, I think
you're surprised, Mark Millard. Mark Millard. I see.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm just like, of course, that fucking hack would do something like that. Of course,
see, betray his own idea.
I know James Gunn's vision for the DCU is to have it all interconnected between video games, animation, film, TV, which is great. Mm-hmm. But I think you do have like the Elseworlds live action, like with Joker or the Batman, which is great. But I think that if they did do kind of like a What If animated, Elseworlds concept, you could easily adapt those Elseworlds comic book stories into animation that a lot of people have been wanting, like that one where he lands in Gotham and stuff like that, or Godfall or anything like that. So that would be legit. I would love to see something like that, or like, and even this, you could even do like the Zack Snyder stuff in animation as an Elseworlds line, like with that, and put it under that umbrella that runs parallel to what the DCU is doing. So I'm sure James Gunn has had those conversations in terms of Elseworlds stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued to see like if they even do that, because they are their own entity now. They're not burdened by the shitty Warner Brothers.
They can do what they want.
So they could do what they want, and if they do decide to do that, I think a lot of fans would dig it. I think it would bring a lot more people on board for sure.
It'll happen eventually. I think there's no chance that like I would put much money down on the fact that Henry Cavill is going to come back as Kingdom Come Superman.
Yep,
probably 5-10 years down the line.
I think they're going to do that too. I genuinely do,
because Gunn is going to build to Crisis, right? That's got to be their 10-year plan, is to build to Crisis, and that will Kingdom Come will be one of the worlds. It'll be one of the 52, or actually it's Infinite Crisis, so it'll be one of the Infinite Worlds. Will be the Kingdom Come world. I guarantee it.
Because you see, like, I'm probably wrong on this theory, but I'm sure you guys have heard that James Gunn pitched an idea that he's really tight-lipped about because he doesn't want another studio to essentially steal that idea. And I'm wondering if that was sort of like a Kingdom Come, because he didn't say the project was happening anytime soon. He just said he pitched an idea, but he just doesn't want another studio to steal it. And like the idea of Kingdom Come, where you have the older heroes that are different iterations of the heroes that we've seen coming back as the older version of the characters taking on the younger version of the characters. I could, maybe that's something he was talking about. I know New Rockstars did a theory where he was thinking it was more like along the monsters side of it. So like the Frankenstein, the Bride stuff, because I guess Universal still technically has the rights to that and like their dark universe.
Yeah.
So I'm genuinely wondering what he was talking about, but part of me, even though I know it's probably not true, part of me thinks it was somewhat of a Kingdom Come pitch that he just really wants to keep tight-lipped because it's still way too early to even do something like that.
Yeah, because you don't want to talk about that right now. Like even if that was something like no.
Well, like, you don't even want to put that idea out there for another studio to capitalize. Like Marvel, they could easily capitalize on something like that right now just because of how long they've existed for.
That wasn't their. They didn't fight the younger version of themselves. They fought younger superheroes,
right? But I think the way James Gunn would do it would be the younger versions of the heroes. So, like you said, Henry Cavill coming back as a Kingdom Come Superman, maybe not necessarily fighting the younger heroes, but just being involved with them or helping them in some way. I don't know, but part of me thinks it was like a loose Kingdom Come idea.
I don't think Henry Cavill has any impetus to work with James Gunn anytime soon, personally.
That's why it's way off.
I'll be brutally honest. I don't think he has any inkling or want or desire to work with James Gunn ever.
I thought they were under good terms. That was,
as far as I know, their meeting when he told him he was doing a new Superman movie did not go well.
You see that, and like that, the shitty thing about that is that you legitimately had Warner Brothers at conflict with itself. Like you had certain executives that wanted to go the James Gunn reboot direction. But then you had the other two executives, I don't remember their names, DeLuca and someone else, who were very much like on board with the Snyder era. And that's why like after Henry Cavill came back, they announced that a Man of Steel sequel was in the works and all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden that all got scrapped because they
was that Hamada? Was it Hamada?
No, it was
Hamada was out.
It was before, he was already out.
He was already out. It was I do know it was a woman and a man. It was them two that were on board. Those were the two that Dwayne went to get Henry Cavill back, and then they were the ones that were very much like we should continue with the Snyder stuff in terms of Henry Cavill and all of that. And that's when they announced Man of Steel 2.
Keep in mind, like DeLuca and Abney were put as placeholder heads of DC before it was like set in stone.
But then what's crazy is that the other half of the executives had already commissioned James to write a Superman film before
it was
any of
Mike
that.
DeLuca and Pam Abdi who hired him to do that.
Oh, was it? Okay. See, I thought
they hired him to do that, and then he got the job. So when that happened, he decided as head of DC Studios to be like, okay, well, I'm going to greenlight Creature Commandos now because it's done and I finished it. I'm going to greenlight Peacemaker season 2, and I'm going to make the Superman movie. He hadn't been named director at the time, but as we've seen, like if he writes it, he's probably going to direct it if it's a movie.
They must have liked it so much that they decided to put him in charge of, him and Peter in charge of DC Studios. But
that's just more reactionary things from Warner Brothers, because Black Adam didn't do what they needed to do, and it's kind of interesting that the whole DC universe, the future of it, hailed entirely on the shoulders of Black Adam. And then when the next year came and they had 4 films to promote, i.e. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Flash,
Blue Beetle,
and Aquaman. Apparently James Gunn was like really big on the Flash, and he really believed in that one. And I'll tell you something else. It wasn't David Zaslav's idea to put a bunch of free fan screenings for the Flash 2 weeks before the movie came out. That was not a David Zaslav decision.
Yeah, I think that James Gunn announcing his DC universe so early definitely. I know a lot of people don't think that it had any. Any interest people had. Exactly.
There were still 4 films.
Right, because these films are marketed as shared universe movies. So why are they going to go see 4 shared universe movies for a universe that's dying? So, I think that he announced it a bit too soon. I think that he should have waited until after Aquaman to announce the DCU just to see. I genuinely think it would have made Warner Brothers at least a little bit more money.
Probably.
But yeah, I that was the one thing that I think was a misstep with announcing it so soon.
Gilmer's comment would have helped if they were good movies.
Yeah, it would help.
Blue Beetle was a good movie.
No, Blue Beetle was a banger. I think that was the best out of those 4. For sure. I do think it was cool. And that's why I think James Gunn is using him in the DCU. Like, he is coming back in the DCU. So, and supposedly. I think that's the right decision. Right. I really hope that he sticks to that, because I just love that world. I love the character. I love what Sholo did with the character.
I'd rather see Ted Kord personally, but he did do a good job.
Right. And I think that there's room to bring Ted Kord in. Honestly, you can still do that. So, but I agree with you there. But yeah, I just think that announcing it, I'm fine with the reboot. Honestly, just being objective, I do think it's what DC needed. I know, obviously James Gunn's style and the way he makes his comic book movies isn't for everyone. But I think it's just when it comes to these iconic characters like Batman, like Superman, like Wonder Woman, it's just impossible to please everyone. You're always going to have people who just nope, this isn't for me, and that's totally fine. But I love Superman, as you can see. Like, I love the character. I always have, so I'm always excited for a new Superman movie. So yeah, but I think he should have waited to announce his Gods and Monsters slate, because it was a bit too early, and especially now some of those projects he announced aren't even happening anymore. So I think they definitely jumped the gun a little bit. I don't know whose decision it was to announce it so early, but I think they jumped the gun with that announcement.
It was my decision.
No pun intended.
It was me.
Good job.
Wasn't David Zaslav's, I'll tell you that.
Yep. He's been waiting for a bit, but I mean, he's a good boy. What's up, Johnny?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Yo. How you guys doing?
Hey.
My wife.
Yeah. So give me your Superman hot takes. Go.
Dog looks cool.
Honestly, the effects on Crypto are astoundingly good. Like, there's even those little test bits that James Gunn was releasing. Dude, he looks so good. Oh my gosh.
I wish they would stop showing clips of the movie, though.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, but it's pretty common for huge films like this, especially like there's a lot riding on this movie, dude. Like, not even Fantastic Four has the pressure that this movie has. Like, there's a lot riding on this movie, so it makes sense to why they're doing it, because they're just trying to build up as much hype as they can. But I agree. Like, I've been staying away from the clips. I did see the most recent one, the Crypto one, or not the Crypto one, the one with the dog and the kaiju. But that was pretty much it. Other than that, I'm staying away because I'm seeing the film in 6 days, so I'm trying to stay away from all that.
Yeah, I'm seeing it next Tuesday.
Yep, me too.
I'm seeing it on Monday. Woohoo,
dude! Man,
press, baby.
So I'm gonna see it when I see it.
Yeah, make sure when you rank it, Cecil, give us whatever out of 10 of how woke it is. Okay. Make sure we know.
That is what's most important to me.
Honestly, that rating will decide if I see it or not.
Yeah.
Oh Christ. Well, okay, then don't. Because let me tell you, Superman being an illegal alien is pretty woke. Like,
cancel that.
I see what you did there.
He is like,
shut it down. No one cares. Next, you're gonna tell me the X-Men are woke.
Yeah,
don't get me started on that.
Never say that. Never. That's clearly just that is not about
Disney.
minorities at all.
Politics and the X-Men. What are you even talking about?
Get
They're not
right
even
out
in the
of
same
town.
row. I don't even understand.
Speaking of politics, this was brought up in a super chat earlier. Apparently, the people behind Elio, which is bombing, are blaming the audiences. Now, I can't find that specifically, but what
It's
I
not
found
that
was
they're blaming the audiences. They're just saying, look, you always complain there's not original shit, and now you're not supporting original shit, so it's your fault there's going to be sequels again. I mean, that's the
honestly, I want
to
to see it. I do plan on watching. I'm just a parent now, so I can't just easily go out to the movies anymore. But I want to watch it. I like the idea. I love the concept of it. The trailer I liked a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the main thing that I've seen from people with this movie is I didn't know this movie even existed. So I'm wondering if it just was a lack of marketing.
The marketing was bad. I only saw trailers.
Lack of marketing.
I only saw trailers when I went and saw How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch, and that was it. Like,
right, and it's so I'm like, does that say that the studio didn't really have a lot of confidence in it?
I think it's that.
Market it, and which is a shame because it is an original idea. So
I actually haven't seen any trailers for that movie at all. I feel like I've barely seen anything for it whatsoever.
Yeah, they just didn't really market it.
I just heard it was a movie coming out, and I was like, oh, it's out. Okay.
I saw a headline that said, audience doesn't support queer-coded Elio.
So
I think that's what
I saw that too.
Lord have mercy.
My God.
So here's a breakdown from THR. Details on Pixar's Elio catastrophic development path. Elio was initially portrayed as a queer-coded character with also a scene in Elio's bedroom with pictures suggesting a male crush. Budget was actually north of $200 million, so more than $200 million.
That's crazy too.
The Elio that is in theaters
wild.
right now is far worse than Adrian's best version of the original, adds Pixar staffer. The first cut of the film had a test screening where audiences were asking how many of them would see it in a theater, and not a single hand was raised.
Holy shit. That's bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Pixar's show recently, and I was not a fan. So, like,
win or lose, was that what it is?
That was a slog for me. So, like, Pixar is not in tip-top shape right now.
Isn't that like an anthology, like a Pixar?
It basically it centers around the story of like a baseball game, and then it tells like a bunch of different characters' story leading up to that baseball game and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I know we've had this conversation before, but like movie budgets are out of control right now. Like, why are you making that movie for $200 million? It's destined to fail when you
see. I'm wondering if it's that or like because I don't know. Maybe these are completely unrelated, but I remember seeing a brief clip. It was funny enough. I think it was like Rob Lowe who had us a podcast, and he was talking with another actor about just how expensive it is to shoot. But then again, these are animated films. They're not even like live action. They were literally talking more about like live action, like when you're walking across a studio, how it's just empty compared to how it was before, and because it's cheaper to just ship your entire production somewhere else and shoot there. So when it comes to like the live action movies, I'm wondering if that kind of plays a role into it. I don't know. I don't know too much about like what goes into budgets, but when it comes to animated films, I agree. Like, where is that money?
Yeah.
Why
is it $200 million?
Why is Elio $200 million movie?
It's because Hollywood has largely eliminated the mid-budget film. Like they don't make $30 to $80 million movies anymore. It's big tentpoles or nothing. Like it's big swings because that's what makes the most money. Like they take the big swings and then it makes that's the thing. Like people don't realize horror has and always will be the most profitable genre year after year after year. The most profitable genre because it doesn't take much to make a horror film and people flock to it and they love it. It's the exact opposite of the big budget model.
Look at Terrifier 3. That movie had a budget of $2 million and it made north of like $90 million.
It's also crazy because people love psychotic killer clowns. But yeah,
you're not wrong.
Right. Yeah,
but the clowns
the franchise.
Dude, Phil, don't get me wrong. I'm using Terrifier as an example to sell my slasher that I'm raising money for. So like I get it. Like it is a groundbreaking thing, and I am leaning on it. But it does help to have that fucking killer clown thing. People just love that shit.
Well, I'm also looking at this. Like Megan 1, $12 million budget, $181 million. Now, obviously, Megan 2.0 is not doing well.
Vice versa.
But
$100 million budget, $10 million.
Yeah, but that Megan film like crushed, and then the budget was increased a little bit to 15 to 25 million around there for Megan 2.0, and it's made about 19 million.
And one thing too about Megan is they kind of did a genre switch from action, or from horror to like action.
But it's a fair point.
Terminator, it's
a fair thing because it is a lower budget. And it turned a profit, right? Because, but the thing is, you don't see a lot of those movies anymore. Like you see, like, there's like maybe 30, 40, 50 of those a year, and the rest of them are blockbusters. They're spending $100+ million on, and it's just like, ouch. Because
Jason Blum made a statement about it today, actually.
I genuinely believe that some kind of executive, and during the very early days of Megan 2.0, just walked in and was like, "All right, guys, Megan 2. What are we doing? What are we doing with Megan 2.0? Because it's giving me major Alita vibes, and I wish Alita got a sequel. That's why I just shameless Alita plug because Alita needs a sequel.
Can I read his statement real quick? Because I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, read it.
So he said, I thought, you know what? If Blumhouse is in a slump. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry, I jumped to the wrong part here. So this is. Hang on. They said, joking, he's been in pain all weekend after the sequel opened to 10.2 million, 17 million worldwide. I thought, you know what? If Blumhouse is in a slump, I'd like to tell that story. I don't want other people to tell that story, number one. Blumhouse founder and CEO prefaced the Town podcast. And number two, one of the things that is so annoying about our business is everyone says, oh, I learned so much from failure. But then they're actually in a fuck you, Culver's ad. They're actually in a situation where things are not going well. They sweep it under the rug. They pretend it's not happening. And he said, clearly, there is a huge audience who is excited to go to the movie. The key is we can't figure out what movies they want to go see. What the fuck are you talking about, Jason? He said, so it's pretty amazing. I think we all thought Megan was like Superman. We could do anything with her.
Oh, I remember.
Change genres. We could put her in the summer. We could make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy, he explained. And we kind of classically overthought how powerful people's engagement was really with her.
Just
definitely we're overconfident.
Compared Megan to Superman is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, bro, did we watch the same Megan movie, man? Like, I don't know what that is. That's insanity.
Fucking Jason Blum too. For the longest time, he was like king of the roost when it came to just horror in general for the last few years. And they've had 4 consecutive misses all this year, which sucks. But hey, at least they got Saw back.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You see, and it's like I don't even buy the notion that audiences aren't interested in original projects, because that's not true, because you have a film like Sinners, which is one of the best performing 100%. Films of this decade. So it's like they'll go see something original. It really just depends what that is. And yes, audiences over the past few years have become a lot more selective in terms of what they're spending their money on. And let's be real, the movies isn't cheap to go to either. So, for a family of 4, easily over $100 just to go watch a movie. So it's like, if that movie isn't worth their time or anything, or if they're just going to wait for it to come out on streaming, you pay a fraction of the price and have the same experience.
That's what I'm doing with this Pixar or whatever the heck, Leo, whatever.
Yep.
Like I knew it was coming out, and I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, Pixar, give it a shot. There's no way I'm going to pay $17 plus to go watch it. There's no way.
And that's why too, like, I'm really rooting for Stuckman's Shelby Oaks film, because it's like this. I mean, it's going to be a low. Well, I don't know what the budget is now, because Neon doubled it, which is incredible because it shows their confidence in the film. But I just, dude, I'm really hoping that movie blows up, because it's. I mean, I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it an original idea. I guess it is. It's based off a true story, but I guess it's like it's not an IP. So it could. I don't know. It could. I think if it's really great, it won't reach like what Sinners did or anything, but I think it could have some really strong legs and really attract a huge audience. So that's why I'm really rooting for that, because I really think it'll hopefully convince audiences. Like, I know it's still horror, but
I mean, I feel like most horror fans, like, at least for me, I feel like most horror fans probably feel the same way. Indie horror is just the way to go right now. Like, mainstream just kind of pumps out garbage that they think is gonna get asses in seats, and it's usually just schlock that's terrible.
Here's The Conjuring 12.
Yeah, and like first two Conjuring movies are some of my favorites, but they just turned it into a fucking like conveyor belt of just movie where you can actually tell like there's tons of thought and care and messages and ideas behind indie horror movies that actually have something to say and a reason to exist instead of here's fucking Megan 2.0 because she's Superman now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So dumb.
Like I don't understand.
That's why I appreciate movies like Longlegs and stuff.
Yeah, like I think Neon and A24 are killing it. Like
Neon
Blumhouse should
it right now, dude.
They should take a step back and take a look at what A24 and Neon are doing and be like, you know what? Maybe we don't need Megan 3.
Well, actually,
we need good ideas.
This time we'll make her Batman.
A24 is wanting to do that. They said that they're trying to make bigger budget stuff now.
Yeah.
And that's fine as long as it has the indie spirit. Like if you're giving indie filmmakers more of a budget, kind of like what happened with Terrifier, like Damien Leone was making those movies for like fucking nothing. And then now it's a whole like culture phenomenon for at least horror fans and stuff.
Companion was like horror comedy.
Thriller-ish. Yeah.
You were saying we don't need Megan 3? We do, because Megan 3
need
more you know? We need a Megan 3.0 popcorn bucket. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm really excited for Weapons because I loved
Weapons.
Zach Kreger is a fucking genius.
Yeah, I like Barbarian.
Oh my God.
Barbarian was one of my favorite movies of that year. Like stuff like that, like Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele does big budget horror, and he, has something to say.
They're good original ideas. Yep.
Like that's really just good original ideas.
Him looks really
like
interesting.
Sinners.
Really not a huge fan
Sinners,
of
that had
Jordan
a
Peele.
$90 million budget, so it's like even that wasn't a low budget horror movie, but it's still
low budget compared to what Hollywood is spending on movies right now.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And I mean, you got a filmmaker like Ryan Coogler, so I mean, like it's just
that too. Yeah.
And what's that movie with Dave Franco coming out? Together,
yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's like these interesting original concepts that
it's too weird for like mainstream horror. Like it's even fucking
that's right
Raka Raka. I'm forgetting
Bring Her Back.
Raka Raka. Yeah, Bring Her Back and Talk to Me and stuff. And I don't absolutely love those movies. I like them and I appreciate them, but stuff like that, just like interesting ideas, like
that's the horror I like that weird shit, like Long Legs and stuff like that.
I saw that movie Cuckoo by Neon, and I didn't like that.
I'll take Cuckoo over Long Legs any day of the week.
I disagree with that, but I at least respect it. Like, I don't feel mad when I walk out of theater of a movie like Cuckoo, where like if I saw Megan 2, I'd probably puke in my popcorn bucket while I'm watching it. But I don't know. That's at least just my taste.
As long as you don't puke in the Colonel one.
Yeah, man. But at the same time, I'm a hypocrite because I can't wait for fucking Scream 7, and I'll be there day one. So
that's the most consistent horror franchise ever.
But that's what I was gonna say. That's a franchise that earned it.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead's good.
Franchises that earned it. Like they earned their rights to continue to exist.
Yeah.
They're just so consistent in what they deliver to fans, and so they kind of earned it. But
I love like that. The only constant mainstream horror that I feel confident getting behind is like Mike Flanagan, really.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Dude, Midnight Mass is a masterpiece.
Yes,
in every way.
So is The Haunting of Hill House.
Yes.
And Hill House.
Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, he was trying to get Midnight Mass made for so long.
I love Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was doing really Carrie.
Yeah.
And The Exorcist. Yeah.
I was saying he's doing a bunch of stuff right now.
Life of Chuck was good.
Yeah. Life of Chuck was very good. Yeah.
He's
I enjoyed that a lot.
The Dark Tower.
Mm-hmm. Well, supposedly, we'll see if that happens.
If anyone can get it made at this point, it's probably him.
But he signed on to that like 3 years ago, before like the last 4 things that you just mentioned that he's doing.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying, like, cracking the Dark Tower is not easy because there's 7 fucking books to do.
Yeah, but Harry Potter's doing that.
Harry Potter and Dark Tower are 2 very different.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's true. J.K. Rowling doesn't appear in her series the way Stephen King appears in the Dark Tower.
Bingo. Yeah. And Stephen King is also not a fucking transphobic piece of shit.
That is also true.
That's
also true.
And like, what was the most recent show that Flanagan did? Oh my god.
Midnight Club.
Usher, follow the House of Usher.
Yeah,
follow
the House of Usher, dude.
Amazing.
Amazing. Banger, absolute banger, dude.
Usher, baby.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker, that motherfucker.
The film, I think.
Yeah,
Shit,
Fall
Mark
of Usher
Hamill.
was great.
Mark Hamill is continuously becoming like one of Mike Flanagan's. Like, yep, you're in,
dude. Yeah,
bro. Him in The Life of Chuck was pure cinema.
Dude, it was so good.
It's funny if you look at like all the Mike Flanagan shows he did. It feels like the Fall of House of Usher, the last Netflix, was like the culmination of a lot of actors he worked with to build up to that show.
Yeah,
like so many of those actors came back. Like that's so cool.
I like that he's
felt that
Heather
way about
Langenkamp like going. Heather Langenkamp deserves to keep going, and he's keeping it there.
Yeah.
That's why I thought Life of Chuck was so fun, because it was like he had all of his like horror usuals with a couple of like new faces along the way, and it was just like a kind of nice uplifting movie instead of a horror movie. It was kind of interesting.
I really see that one.
Great movie. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
really.
need to see that. I need to see it. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
It's a feel good kind of introspective movie.
With that.
Fantastic first act and last 10 minutes. The rest is good, but like those two sections were incredible to me.
Yeah, opening was crazy. I was like, I genuinely have no idea what I'm watching and what's going to happen.
That whole
middle
first
was
act
good.
Was so dope. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the ending, once there's the switch again, I was like, yeah, I'm back on board with this too.
Yeah, apparently the story told it in the short story was told in reverse. Like it was told the other way around.
Really?
It followed the life. Yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting choice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it reworks a lot better in reverse.
Having not read the original, I
have no idea.
My co-host Fuego he does a show called Hail to Stephen King. He's read everything, and Life of Chuck was his favorite thing that King had done, and so he I think, if I'm not mistaken, he told me that it was done reverse in the book, but he thought this was done better. So
that's really interesting, because the structure I feel like is like one of the main draws of that whole story of the movie. So that's
apparently the plot runs concurrent. Like the stuff from the first act runs along with him growing up and stuff in the story. So
interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. But it's like, oh,
makes me kind of want to read it.
Yeah, me too. Honestly,
yeah.
Wait, you know how to read, Johnny?
Barely. If I can read the back of cereal boxes, I might try that though.
Oh,
sounds interesting.
Cereal, you say? No.
Hey,
bracket round two.
I got a bone to pick with you guys who were on that bracket last week.
Look, okay.
Why did you guys let Fruit Loops win?
Hey,
we didn't let it win. It just happened. It just
Toucan Sam, bro.
Captain Crunch should have won.
I agree.
Hold
on. What cereals were up for competition?
Like all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Like pretty much all, like so many options.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch was a big one.
Yeah, Lucky Charms went a long way. Yeah.
Bro, fucking Tony the Tiger got eliminated early on, bro.
Good. It should have happened sooner.
No, man. For Tony. Justice for Tony.
Tony the Tiger is just cornflakes with sugar on it. Like there's
exactly. It's great. Just give me sugar.
The worst cereal I ever saw, and yet was the most tempting, was Pebbles with marshmallows. I was like, oh, that's just the most sugar.
Yeah, that's just probably good.
Diabetes waiting to happen.
Diabetes.
I
like how we just all know exactly what that
diabetes. Is anybody looking forward to Jurassic World? I
watched it. I saw it 2 days ago.
No,
I see it tomorrow.
I'll tell you, just obviously not spoiling or anything, but I wasn't like in love with it, but I also didn't hate it. I kind of like enjoyed myself with it.
That's how my buddy thought. My buddy thought he gave it like a 7.5.
I think because I have Jurassic Park, and then I have the first Jurassic World, and then I would put this film. But it's also right there with Jurassic Park 3. I actually like Jurassic Park 3, but I know that's kind of.
Dude,
let's pull up Draven's review.
I feel so similar that I literally
I'll actually show you guys something that I got from it today. Hold on.
To his point, I literally said that I would place this at either number 3, number 4, or number 5, because I'm Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and then either Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, or this one. Like, and they can move around.
See, I'm
Jurassic Park is just fucking peak for me.
It is only better than Dominion for me. That's it.
I think it kind of goes without saying that Jurassic Park is probably a number one on everyone's list. That's pretty hard bar to beat. But
yeah, otherwise you're just wrong. I think.
I actually have quite a fond spot for the Lost World Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Somehow it is leagues and bounds better than the fucking book Michael Crichton wrote, which is insane to me because the first Jurassic Park book is actually really fucking dark and awesome. But Steven Spielberg took his liberties and changed things, and the movie he made is phenomenal for all things considered.
I love the San Diego sequence, as dumb as it is, and I don't even think that was in the book.
I do too. Yeah,
the San Diego part was good. Yeah, I do agree.
None of that shit's in the book, but it's still great.
Yeah.
I like
no.
Part,
You want to know what happens at the end of the book in Lost World? So they're all still stuck on the island. Ian Malcolm is high as a kite on fucking
painkillers,
and like. Eddie still dies, like that's still a thing that happens, but like Dodgson is the bad guy in the book this time around, and it's literally just it. I shit you not, it's part of the plot of fucking Jurassic World Rebirth. They're just there to get dinosaur DNA and get the fuck off the island. I swear to God, but the ending of the book is so anticlimactic, boring as fuck, boring as fuck. Oh my God, the T-Rexes come and they wreck house and like, they fall through the fucking trailer and shit. Like that's very much in the movie, but that's kind of where the book ends. Like actually, no, the book ends with like two other dinosaurs that are camouflaged. They're off in the distance and the people are like, oh shit, we should probably avoid them. And then the dinosaurs don't even bother like coming to check things out. They just run away. It's so stupid. The book is so bad. Like the last chapter is fucking horrendous. The rest of the book is pretty solid. The last chapter is fucking awful. I never want to read it ever again, and it pains me to say that. And then I look at the Lost World movie and I'm like, I can get why people don't like it, but it is leagues and bounds a better fucking story than the book it's based off of.
I'll tell you what. When I went today, first of all, they were giving out these. I thought these were pretty cool. They were giving out these like little.
Oh, that's neat.
Things.
That's cool.
But when I got there, they had all this different stuff. Like they had like the Jurassic Park gates that you could walk through. They had like an actual little waterfall like over like it was just all this different stuff that like I was like, and there was a lot of people. I think there was maybe 2 empty seats in that whole theater.
Wow.
It was a packed theater.
There you go.
So I think that movie's gonna do it, but I didn't do well.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say about it without spoiling is the initial mosasaur scene. You see some mosasaur in the trailer, so I'm not ruining anything, but that really got to me because when you see the actual size in relation to like a normal boat and shit, I was like that. I love aqua horror. Jaws is my favorite movie of all time. I read all the Meg books before they ruined the movies, and did them completely shittily. That was the worst casting of all time. But seeing the mosasaur like do its thing was terrifying to me. Terrifying.
That was my favorite sequence of the film. I'll say Cecil. I enjoyed that a lot.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I actually have the Meg books. I've not read them though. I did read the first Meg book though. I did read that one.
I like 3. Primal Waters is amazing, and like 2 is good. 2 is the worst, honestly. Okay. Trench is the worst one, but Primal Waters is number 3. That's cool because it's a reality show that decides to film like people out on the water when Megs are around and shit. So like that's a fun one. And then Hell's Aquarium is the 4th one where they open it up and they discover a giant ocean within the ocean, like where actual prehistoric creatures are besides just Megs. So like plesiosaurs and all kinds of anything that was in the ocean in the prehistoric times was still in this ocean under our ocean, and so they get loose.
So it's like a little biome inside the ocean.
Yeah, basically, exactly right. Yeah. And in Hell's Aquarium, this rich billionaire from Dubai is building an aquarium of prehistoric creatures in Dubai. So he's hiring Jonas to help go and capture some of these creatures and stuff. So it's a really cool like the books are a lot of fun. And they actually cross over with his other series where he does it's called The Loch. and he's two of those where it's the Loch Ness Monster story, and so Jonas and the main character from the Loch interact in like the fifth Meg book and stuff. So that's a fun series. I really dig it. They fucked the movies up so bad though.
Yeah, because I've never seen the first movie and going, yeah, this is schlocky fun, and then the sequel comes out. I'm like, because I had heard in the sequel book they introduce another creature.
Yeah,
and I'm waiting. Okay, I'm like, okay, it's going to be in the movie. It's just not going to show the marketing because they want to be a surprise. I'm like,
nope.
Where is it?
Yeah, it's the Chronosaurus. It's basically a prehistoric alligator crocodile.
Yeah, and nothing. Yeah. It's like
giant crocodile,
more giant sharks. Yeah, okay, whatever.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
and they had this whole point. Oh my god, it's the alpha or whatever. It's like that's the biggest Meg ever. Like that's the biggest Meg anyone's ever seen. I'm like, well, no shit.
It's like when you're dealing with a 50-foot shark, a 60-foot shark isn't that much of a bigger deal. Like oh wow, that's 10 foot bigger than the other one I saw. Wow, like come on, shit. When we're talking about 5 stories versus 6 stories, it's not that much of a bigger deal. Like
But they have to make it seem like it's the biggest deal ever, especially the way he says it. Like, it's the biggest movie I've ever seen. I'm like,
oh, it's a shark.
Well, they did introduce something else, like when they were walking on the ocean floor, which makes no sense. There was some sort of like stuff in the water that was like chasing them or shit, or like
the little like mini croc creatures that follow the Meg up, and start attacking the land, like they're amphibious somehow. Even though they're deep underwater when they first discover them, somehow they're amphibious. Which
that's wild.
That's not what happens in nature, period. Like if they were amphibious, they would not be living in the deep water. But okay.
Yeah, like the whole idea, like we're gonna walk on the ocean floor. This really wouldn't happen, not the way they're doing it. And it's like, there's Megs, who cares? It's fine, it's whatever. It's like, but I mean, at least there's like an explanation, like underneath a certain patch of the ocean, like that's where the Meg came from. So it could possibly happen in our world. But now you're like just going, now you're going fucking crazy, which is like,
The only thing the second movie got right was the opening scene where the Meg eats the T-Rex. That was actually the opening scene in the first book. So that scene should have been at the beginning of the first movie.
Oh yeah, it was. I remember reading that going like,
they fucking put it in the second movie instead.
Yeah, it's a cool shot though. The way it's shot though, like it's like chewing. I was like, boom, like slam. That was like, oh, that's cool.
That's wild.
Yeah, I need Megan versus the Meg.
Ooh, that's why the Meg 3 has not been greenlit, because they're waiting for Megan to come out.
The Meg. I don't know.
The Meg.
Didn't they seriously float a crossover? Didn't they say we want Megan to be able to meet up with? Fuck, what was it? I just saw. No, it wasn't Chucky. It was actually Saw. Yeah. They want to meet up with Jigsaw. I'm like, what the fuck,
man?
I'm like, Megan, if you do not do a TikTok dance in this next 15 seconds.
God,
oh my God.
I want to play a game.
Do you want to play a game? Do you want to hit the stanky leg?
Oh, so you know, Billy the Puppet would get AI and there'd be a fight.
Oh yeah,
probably. Yeah, and it'd be the most ridiculous horror crossover since Freddy versus Jason.
Or they'd put Megan on a tricycle and they'd race or some shit like
or both.
Yeah.
Both. like do the trike race, then they fight.
Yeah.
I watch those.
The AI decathlon.
Why can't we have this? Why can't we have good movies?
Because Tobin Bell is getting too old. That's why.
That's true. Well, I just laugh at like the whole fact that I've not seen the movies, but like they thought, how do we make Tobin Bell younger in flashbacks? Put a ball cap on him, turn it around.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's not as bad as Dexter.
How do we do, fellow kids? Like that's Steve Buscemi meme, 100%.
Which is really ironic because Saw X happened to be better than like half the fucking.
Oh my God! Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Good God, crazy to think about.
To me, it's the second best movie in the series.
I you know what? See, you're behind that.
Honestly, to your point, Phil, this is exactly that. Saw X is exactly why I get frustrated with people that are like, oh, the series is dead. Like, oh, they're making another installment of this. They're making another sequel. Oh, it's going to be terrible. It's going to ruin the whole franchise. It's like, no, bitch. Like, at least there's a chance it'll be good. You know, at the worst, you don't like it. You never have to watch it again. Like, but on the plus side, you get a good one that you can now rewatch with the other good ones in perpetuity. Why are we complaining about this? Like, I get the idea that only sequels versus original movies is not great. That ratio is terrible. But just to complain that a sequel's coming because a sequel's coming is so fucking stupid to me.
I gotta be brutally honest, like when it comes to that kind of logic, I even like there are some sequels that I'll turn on before I watch the original. Case in point, like I'll watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 over the original like 10 Ways to Sunday any day of the fucking week, just because it's so absurd and insane, but it's still like within that realm of how batshit and horrific that franchise is. And I also just really love like the crazy nature of these two people at two different points just navigating through this giant mind maze and dealing with these fucked off family of just creature people. Oh god, that movie just makes me smile in ways it shouldn't. It's just such a damn good schlocky horror movie, and
I agree. So that opening is the first truly gory scene I can ever remember seeing. I went to a slumber party in grade school, and it was a bunch of little boys, like 6th grade little boys or something, and they played Texas Chainsaw 2, and it starts with the dudes on the fucking bridge and Leatherface chasing them and literally sawing the driver's head in half diagonally, and like I was like traumatized in the best way as a kid. You know, it was one of those moments.
Yeah, like my whole love for movies kind of stems from the fact that at like 6 years old, I was exposed to not only Terminator but Scream within like a 6-month time span. So when I would talk about movies at a very young age, people would be like, "What are you talking about? What movie is that?" Like, what? You never watched Terminator? No, what's Terminator? You haven't seen the movie where the giant robot just fucking goes ham on these people in Los Angeles? And they're just like, what? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? I'm like, oh, you haven't seen Ghostface either? Who's Ghostface?
There you go.
Are you talking about Casper? No, I'm not talking about Casper. I'm talking about Ghostface. But yeah, my Ghostface. From a very young age, I've just been very immune to like blood and gore, and like anytime it would come on, I'd be like, oh, hello.
My two earliest experiences with horror that I remember was first Jeepers Creepers. I saw that really young, like the original one, and that fucked me up. Oh my gosh. But the movie that really got to me, and I don't know why, because now it's just so ridiculous, but I watched it as a kid, and even my mom was like, "Are you sure you want to watch this?" It was the daytime. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Dude, they give me nightmares for like 3 weeks. It was 13 Ghosts. I don't know why.
I've heard that before.
But that movie effed me up as a kid, dude. I was legitimately like seeing the ghosts in my bathroom mirror and shit. Like, it really, for some reason, just absolutely terrified me. Those are my two earliest experiences I had with horror.
So, like,
how old are you, Cody?
I was a little bit older with 13 Ghosts. I was probably like maybe 11.
Okay.
And then with Jeepers Creepers, I was 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8.
Jeepers Creepers.
I think so. Yeah, that movie fucked me up, dude.
First one that really like fucked me up, because by the time I was like 13, 14, I'd already seen like 3 of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and then like 6 of the Friday the 13th movies. I was like, I thought I was immune to all this shit. and then my dad comes home and he's like, "Here, watch this." Fucking The Hills Have Eyes from 2007.
Yeah.
Those are brutal.
Dude, the Cravens. Oh, that's such that was what's his name? Fede Alvarez, right? He did that was
it was Aja.
Oh, Alex, right. I get those two interchangeable for me for whatever reason. Yeah, right. Alexander Aja. Yep.
Alexander Aja. And the scene that continues to still fuck me up is when the oldest daughter gets shot in the head. That is one of the most visceral fucking scenes in a horror film ever. And then it just cuts to old Bob just getting burned alive at a fucking cross. I'm like, oh my God, this is wow. I never want to drive through the hills of New Mexico ever. Period.
Can I tell you something even more fucked up about that movie? So that movie ended, and they did a comic book called The Hills Have Eyes: The Beginning, I believe.
Yep.
And it told the story, the origins of the freaks in that area, but it also filled in the gap between the Hills Have Eyes remake and the Hills Have Eyes 2. With the military and shit. And what they said is, you know how in the Hills Have Eyes, like the two little kid siblings, the older dude and the baby survive. And what the comic says is that they separate, they split up to try and find help because they're in the middle of the desert still. So the kids go off, and the older dude and the baby go off. The kids find help, and that's what brings everything for part 2. But the dude and the baby are followed. So you know how the dude is watching them on the binoculars at the end? He follows them, kills the dude, and takes him off and just leaves the baby in the desert to get eaten by wolves.
Oh my God.
So that's what happens to the characters at the end of that movie. It's like even more fucked up than they let everyone know. I was like, holy shit, that's aggressive. Like, you don't see the kid get ripped up, but you see the dude
the wolves,
leave, and the wolves are getting closer. I was like, God damn, that's horrible.
Fucking terrible. Holy shit.
So there's that. Take that to bed with you guys.
Yeah, I will. I will. It's funny because like I plan on rewatching one of them. I don't know which one. I'm for fucking sure not watching Jurassic World Dominion tonight, but I'm probably going to watch either Jurassic World or Fallen Kingdom because I'm going to see Rebirth tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. So
there you go.
Be fun. Yeah.
There you go.
That'll be fun.
I just recently watched Fallen Kingdom again. I liked the first half, and then the second half, I'm like, what are we doing?
I completely agree.
What are we doing here? Like, why is this girl a clone? Whose fucking idea was this? Why does that even need to be a thing?
So that they could have Dominion. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a thing they were trying to do with Jurassic World before it was Jurassic World. They were trying to make dino-human hybrids for the plot of the movie for the longest time.
That's so dumb.
Fallen Kingdom has the best cold open of any of the movies, in my opinion.
I
think that's that sequence where it starts with the sub and the mosasaur eating them, and then the dude getting chased by the T-Rex and the mosasaur grabbing it. Like, that is just the coolest cold open.
Like, I love the first half. Like, I love it until they get off the island.
Yeah.
And then even just seeing that dinosaur there, like screaming, and dude, so sad.
That fucking the brachiosaur from the first movie.
Yeah, dude.
Like, literally, it's supposed to be the first one we ever saw.
Genuinely good stuff, dude. And then after that, there's this. Now we want to weaponize them and sell them, and this girl's a clone for some fucking reason.
The Indoraptor was terrifying.
Now that saved the ending of the movie for me. Yes.
I would say the sequence with where it goes into the kids' room.
That was also
that whole
great.
Scene
that was
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
Also really good stuff.
Crawls off the roof and into the wind, like totally like upside down. Yeah. Like,
the other ideas, I'm just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What are we doing? What is happening?
Yeah.
Speaking of what we're doing, what's up, man?
Guys, I actually have to kind of bounce, but
okay, man.
Sorry for talking so much.
No worries.
When it's stuff I like talking about, I get a little verbose.
No worries, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all have yourselves a good rest of your night.
See you, Cecil.
See you later, man.
Bye.
Bye, Cecil.
See ya. Who the fuck?
That fucking guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Who the fuck was that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck? Yeah. What's up, Draven?
What's up? Dude, what did you guys think of the Running Man trailer? Because Edgar Wright's one of my favorite filmmakers.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Dude, I loved it.
No complaints.
Oh my god.
No notes.
Looks like shit.
I haven't even seen the original. I've not even seen the original.
Me neither.
The fact
I haven't
this
either.
is Edgar Wright, I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
I'm there day one. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
The Cornetto trilogy, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim. Dude.
Especially Scott
Pilgrim. I saw the original.
Scott Pilgrim is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright is the perfect choice. Based on some of the shots alone, I'm like 100% this makes a lot of sense.
Because his style is so kinetic, dude. His editing, the way he shoots, especially his action, it just has so much energy to it. And this kind of movie is just so perfect for his style. I'm so excited, dude. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I love how the trailer has cursing in it because they're like, fuck it, just it's like, hey, this is America, god damn it. We don't take no bullshit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And then I love the ending too where he flips on the camera. I'm still here, you shit eaters. I'm like,
dude, my favorite part was Michael Cera's little bit, dude, when he's like pumping up the water gun. My god.
And the way he looks at Glenn, he's like,
I don't want to do it. It looks so bad without a water gun in my hand. But yeah, dude, that was so great. Oh my goodness. I was cracking up.
Every day. Even though you're here.
No, I'm talking to someone in chat, not you guys.
Oh.
You're a liar.
Oh, the spawn of the worst person. Oh shit.
Oh my
wow.
Damn. Holy Holy shit.
Well, there's a lot of people named Hitler. So
very true. Very true. Very true.
You gonna be okay there?
Yeah. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm uploading some stuff. Smoking a lot. I'm kind of tired.
Well, it's okay. We're gonna lighten the mood. What's up, Ronan?
What's up, y'all?
What's up, man?
Conspiracy, I tell you, the whole shit with Last of Us conspiracy.
Oh, the last one. It hasn't not been brought up yet. Yep.
It's crazy shit, bro.
It's not that crazy.
What's the conspiracy?
Everyone's leaving.
I'm just blowing shit out of proportion.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's leaving. Yeah.
You know what's weird is that the whole Neil thing. I didn't mind that. I'm like, okay, that happens, and refocusing into gaming. But what weirded me out was like not too after he dropped that, or Naughty Dog dropped the announcement. Hallie Gross put her announcement. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which was the whole thing. It's ironic because they both wrote part 2, and half of the story of part 2 is Abby, and what's coming up is Abby's element. So I found it very intriguing. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm putting on my tinfoil hat. I don't know.
Just give us part 3. That's what
That's what my tinfoil hat says. Maybe they're.
That's what we said.
3.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to stop focusing.
Fuck the show. Fuck the show and do the game.
About it.
Season 3, part 3.
Yeah.
So
that would make sense. Most of all, that like okay, that they would go and he would part his ways, be like, all right, I gotta go finish the other game because you guys are catching up to where we stopped.
Exactly.
And we said we're not doing Game of Thrones shit, so I'll talk to you later. But
he's like, I got to make this game without being.
Okay.
God
pressures of the show.
God damn it, Jake!
Getting influenced.
Another golf joke. So original.
I know. They're just funny every time.
Here's my knee. There's me slapping it. Good job. Wow. 10 out of fucking
good
10.
for you. How was it?
I'm hoping that means part 2 is on the way.
So, Johnny, does this make you think we're getting it sooner rather than later? Or is it still in the same momentum, you think?
That's not how game development works.
I mean, to me, them stepping away now, I was kind of hoping they'd be a little bit further along with the game than this would kind of let on. Because if they're only stepping away from the show now, that to me means that they probably haven't really started making the game yet. They probably just have like the outline of a script or something, maybe. So like, I don't.
Sure, they have some kind of script or something.
Yeah,
they have to have something.
I mean, Neil said he's had the idea. It's just actually, if they're fleshing out the idea now, I would assume so. Because I think it's just weird for Neil and Haley to take a step back when they're the 2 writers of the last game, and then Neil has been so involved with the show, and then Haley got involved with part 2.
It definitely gives internal conflict vibes, for sure.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're taking a step back to focus on what their actual starting careers were, i.e. like video games.
Right.
Like, I mean, had there been any kind of like internal conflict with HBO or whatever, it might have been alluded to in the trades. But then again, people can pay trades to downplay anything.
I don't think there's any conflict today.
I don't either. I think that would have been made much more apparent. Yeah. But again, like we're talking about Neil Druckmann, who's a Naughty Dog, right? Like Naughty Dog is such an iconic brand in and of itself. Like I feel like he was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and get this show off the ground, and then I'm going to take a step back and do what I do best. I honestly think they're just kind of trying to do and avoid what George R. R. Martin is notorious for, i.e. not finishing a fucking thing. Yeah, and I feel like they want to finish it with grace and sincerity, whereas George R. R. Martin is clearly just money hungry. So honestly, I just think that like it's not a surprising move. I think it's honestly kind of the smart move, if I'm being brutally honest, because I want, this is the selfish gaming fan in me, I want Heretic Galactic, whatever the fuck that game's called, the The
little tease we got looked good.
That game looks dope as fuck. Like,
because I mean, like either way, like it doesn't even necessarily mean that they're working on part 3. Like Neil has a game that he directed and wrote that is going to launch soon.
Yeah,
he needs to focus on that.
Yeah,
where I think he wanted to make sure that the show wasn't massacring his baby, and he didn't want to be another terrible video game adaptation. He's like, I just need to make sure everything is going well. I mean, you know, whether you like the show or not, like, I think it's adapting the games pretty good. So I think he's like, all right, like, I trust Craig to just send it home so far with what we got.
Fan of the games too, right?
Yeah, he's a big fan of the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about at all. I'm not worried about the show really at all. I mean, granted, my favorite episode of last season was the one that Neil directed and wrote. But,
yeah,
but
he was a part of the best episodes.
Yeah, like the episodes that Neil directed are some of my favorites of the whole show. The one he directed last season probably is my favorite of the entire show. But he's got to work on he's the president of Naughty Dog, and he's working on video games. He has to be the president of Naughty Dog and keep making games, whether it's The Last of Us 3 or not. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors going around. I even saw people talking about maybe Uncharted's coming back or something.
No, what we need is just a complete HD from the ground up remake of Jak and Daxter, like that trilogy.
Yes,
I'm not opposed.
Fuck, I love those games. Some of my favorite games of all time. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. I love those games.
To take it to the other side of the fence, I want another Ratchet and Clank game, but I feel like Insomniac is just way too invested in Spider-Man and Wolverine at this point.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Which I mean, I would agree because of how well Rifts Apart did and how well that was received.
God, that game's so fucking good.
So cool, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I think I think they have their toes deep with Spider-Man and Wolverine.
I'm still delusional that they will get another Sly Cooper game, but you know.
You are optimistically delusional.
Yeah.
I would love one too. It'd
be great. Those games were cool, dude. Those games were cool.
Okay, here's a fun take. I think Sly Cooper is actually the most prime candidate to make a fucking decent movie out of.
I agree.
I see. For me, it's Jak and Daxter. I think
I don't disagree. I think either one of those could work.
Yes, but I think Sly Cooper would be a really cool take to make into a movie.
Just don't you dare fucking touch Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, no, that just leave that as they are. But dude, Jak and Daxter, especially with what they did in 2 and 3,
yeah,
I think that could make a fucking banger of a movie. I would love to see that.
Like you can do Jak and Daxter in like kind of a Batman Begins-ish kind of way, or even like a Spider-Man-y kind of way, and then you get to Jak 2, and it's like, okay, well, let's go full on fucking
exactly.
Like it's so prime for that. Oh god,
it sets itself up for that kind of formula, dude. Oh my god,
wish we lived in a multiverse where the Uncharted movie got the same love and care as the Last of Us show, because that one haunts me to this day. I can't.
What's the matter? You don't like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg?
No, I can't say I do. Not even a little bit. Now, the best part of that movie was Nolan North sitting on a fucking beach on a recliner. And that was the best part of the movie. I was like, oh, thank God, it's actually Uncharted now, dude. Can he fucking take over the movie now?
You don't like Sully talking like this? Huh?
Oh God, I want to start throwing shit at the screen like a chimpanzee when I was watching Mark Wahlberg try to be Sully. They gave him the fucking porn stash at the end. I was like,
just give me a minute. Give me a second.
Hey,
what are you doing over there?
We do have to say goodbye to Alan. He's heading out. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Bye, Alan.
Take care, Alan.
Yep. See you, man.
Yeah, no,
making interesting science.
Yeah, no worries, man. Have a good night, man. See ya.
See you, bro.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Man.
Bye.
Who the
fuck was that?
I was gonna show something actually.
Oh God.
I think I'm gonna hop off also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Katie.
I'm sorry I did not contribute much today.
No worries.
I don't do horror and I don't do Batman. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know.
No worries.
Wasn't good today.
No worries.
Well, hopefully
Definitely want
next
you back,
time.
though.
But
yes.
Thanks for having me anyway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Take care, Katie.
Bye.
Draven, if you're gonna fall asleep, dude, just go to bed.
I'm not gonna fall asleep.
You look like you're gonna fall asleep.
I'm always falling
Yeah, we'll
asleep.
suck my dick.
I'm not gonna do that.
Ooh, AI.
Oh God.
Boy, you are. Yes, you are.
Mildred, what is that?
Surprise! I got us a corgi.
I said I wanted an orgy, Mildred.
Who's a good boy?
That's funny because it rhymes.
Oh.
Did James Cameron direct that?
Yes.
Oh.
Nope, not enough water.
Not
They
yet.
also weren't blue.
Not enough liquid metal either.
No.
Now, I think anyone who's ever had a girlfriend can probably say this is true.
Oh.
This is called girlfriend simulator.
Oh.
So I think this is accurate.
Hey, let's go have fun. What do you want?
Taco Bell?
No.
McDonald's?
No.
Chili's?
Do you even love me? Why didn't you answer?
Because my dad was hit by a car and died.
Okay, so you hate me? Hey, let's go.
Oh my
What the
God.
Oh man, that actually is
Because
accurate.
my
Dude.
dad was hit by a car.
This is gonna get really dark really fast, but like I was in my junior year of high school.
Oh boy.
Our neighbor shot one of our animals, and I texted my girlfriend at the time. She was like, "That sucks," and then she dumped me the day after.
Yeah.
I was like,
God damn.
wow. I was like, wow, you're up. Yep.
Insult to injury.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Cold
horrible.
blooded.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a gold digger.
I think all of us can relate. I think we've all done this a time or two.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Let
God.
me see. Let me see if this is me.
Oh no.
Can't say. Wait, what?
Yeah, that.
I can't say I've ever had a course banquet in the shower, but you know.
Are you sure?
You never had a shower beer?
I've
dude?
never had a course banquet ever.
Okay.
I don't like
Well, you're
beer.
a little bitch, so
I just don't like beer.
That's
It's
just Tuesday
gross.
for me, man.
That's fine.
It's just gross.
Okay, I'll do this one. Okay. There's a couple I can't show.
you probably shouldn't.
No.
Key to keeping your husband happy for all these years.
News.
Give him that sloppy toppy every night, no matter what.
Shit!
Bro, whenever I
Dumbing it-
watch these
dumbing
videos,
it down, baby.
whenever I watch these videos, I always like look at the background to see some like insane like reach of human like bone. Like that little girl, like she like bent her hand like dude, I always
She's gumming it down. That's for sure.
That's me and Johnny in about 25 years.
Toothless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Toothless. Literally toothless.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, shit, that's sick.
That's too funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's one. I think I sent it to you, Phil, called America Simulator. I don't think I could show that.
You
though.
did,
Yeah,
and you probably
that's
shouldn't.
a
play
little
that.
too far. A little too far.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I'll link it to you. I can't show it here. I mean, it's to be too
no.
bad.
Don't do
I
that.
mean, it can't be as bad as the one that Phil showed on the screen, right?
Can't be as bad as what I said the other week.
That's fair.
Can't be as bad as cum socks, right?
Well, no, it's definitely not like no, it's definitely not that. Okay, I'll link it to.
It can't be as worse as morbidly obese. Okay, never mind.
Okay, Johnny, I'm also sending it to you so you can see it because.
Yeah, for the 4th of July, man.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
This
I
is
like
bad.
I said, I cannot show.
Yeah,
that.
probably not a good idea.
The opening. Colonel.
Chainsaw, send it to me. Yeah,
I'm sending it to you on Twitter.
Yeah.
Everything but
opening,
the
first
opening
thing
is
you
fine.
see
Yeah,
is-
now I'm intrigued.
Oh, you showed me this before Music Monday.
Oh, I did. Okay.
That's really good. That is America.
Cody,
Yeah,
I'll link
bro.
it to you so you can
All
see
right,
it.
yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if I can show that one. I think that's a
Walmart.
little too controversial. Jake would love a certain part, but other than that,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
You darn tooth.
you darn.
Mm-hmm. Jake would probably like a lot of that, man.
Tootin'.
Okay.
Walmart.
Yeah, the Walmart. Yeah, Walmart.
Got out of a little Walmart run, man.
TikTok is
Oh
wild.
my god. Oh shit.
Dalton, you could probably guess it's not. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's gnarly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is accurate though. Unfortunately,
you know, like the day, you know, like those day in the life videos. I want to see a day in the life of like people who make that content regularly. Like, oh, wake up, make that. Like, I want to know,
make something weird.
like where this comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably chug like 2 or 3 packs of like energy drinks.
Yeah,
Within the
I'm
first
saying-
6 hours of the day, and it's just like, all right, let's get it done.
They probably pull up YouTube first thing waking up, get their coffee, watch a Draven Reacts video, and then they go, okay, time to do my own thing.
Fuck you.
Anyway,
I hear it in the background.
I herald your end.
I did like that line though.
I love it.
Galactus.
Dude, my love for that movie already, even without seeing it through the ring.
Yeah, you're gonna say it's shit a week after you see it. So
bullshit.
Dude, I've been anticipating that movie since the day they announced that the investment.
Since the day you were born, yeah.
Out of theater reaction, that was the worst piece of shit I've ever seen. What the hell was that, dude? What the fuck did I just watch right now?
What the fuck? Yeah, like a cringe as fuck. Who cares?
I've been debating on doing like an out of the theater reaction for Superman come Tuesday.
I'm
please,
going to.
please
Really?
don't. Please
I'm going Monday.
You know what?
I don't know.
I'm expecting a call from Phil, like timing it, like as soon as we have the same time zone. So, and he knows I'm gonna watch it on Tuesday. So I'm expecting a phone call from Phil and be like at the dot as soon as I get out of the theater, and him be like, I'm like, Roland. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so, and then an hour later we finish the conversation. Be like, okay, I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Like, all right, boom. Like, what the fuck?
That's optimistic.
You know me.
I do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want to do like a full-fledged review, and I think I've even said like I'm probably going to do a spoiler review, and I'm going to have it up as soon as possible. But like, I don't know if I'll do an actual like out of the theater live Instagram or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like because I know people are going to see it on the 10th and the 11th, and I don't want to like ruin people's experiences, but at the same time, it's like I'm not signing an NDA, so I don't really have to adhere to any of that other bullshit.
Right.
So I can talk about it freely, having seen it. But I don't know. That I think is going to be one of the most talked about movies of the year. I think, and between people in our in our spheres, I think that is the one film above all, regardless.
Especially because it feels like it's so diversive. Yeah.
It already is. I think I think it is 1000% already is, because both of the fucking lunatic sides aside, like the people in the middle are kind of just like, will I like it or will I not like it? You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just excited. My wife's
few more days, man.
Next week. Yeah, because I didn't think she would actually go with me today, but she found screening. Like, okay. So
really I'm sending you something, Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Check this video.
Oh no.
It's not bad.
I just want that same balance, man. That's all I want. Just go to Superman, ends up being a great movie. Boom. All right, and then we go to FF. Come on, deliver the 1-2 punch. Boom. Another great movie. And be like, what a great summer for.
And then August, Naked Gun. No.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be in Southern California that weekend. Fantastic Four comes out too.
Yeah.
But not in San. Well, I don't know if I'll be in San Diego, but I know for sure I'm gonna be in the Los Angeles area.
What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
I don't even know. Okay.
This is Squid Game ending.
Yeah, I've not seen past season 1. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
You fucking idiot!
No,
you sent
it's
him
not actually, you dumb fucker.
It's AI thing. It's really stupid. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
You fucking mook.
It's not the. Oh my god, Phil, you didn't listen to anything we just said. But
you're a fucking mook. That's all I need to know.
Womp womp.
Hey, I gotta go get my kid down to bed, guys. I appreciate. Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Take care, Cody.
Good evening. Who the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about the Running Man already?
Yes.
A little bit, but I mean, the trailer's awesome. Love it.
Oh man, I am pumped as hell, dude. Like that gave me Baby Driver vibes. And I love Baby Driver.
Have any of you read Project Hail Mary? Like, do any of you know about that book? Or, like,
no, but I know movies being made with Ryan Gosling about it.
I know a friend of mine highly praised the book when it was coming out.
Yeah. I had a friend at work that loved the book, and then I remember I was working a shift with him when Ryan Gosling got cast in it, and I mean anything with Ryan Gosling on it, I'm all in on pretty much. So I was excited.
I thought the trailer looked really good. I was really into it.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Is it just like a teaser? Like it's just like
it's a full trailer.
It's like 3 minutes long.
Damn.
I would say they probably should have held back on some stuff, but it's what it is. Like if I'm not mistaken, it was a 2.5 minute trailer.
I watched Campia talk about it, and I guess they had like a 9-minute thing in CinemaCon for it where they showed a lot of footage. And he said the vibe of the footage was like completely different than the trailer, which I thought was kind of interesting because the trailer is pretty like
happy,
fun and quirky and kind of like Lord and Miller. And then
what was the vibe of the segment that was shown?
He said it was a lot more like kind of tense. It was just more serious, like because basically the concept of the book, at least the bare bones of it, is like a middle school teacher gets put up in fucking space when he has no idea what he's doing to try to save the world.
Yeah.
Just because he teaches science or something. So like, I don't know. It sounds like a cool idea. My friend told me that like there's a big shift in the book and stuff. Like there's like it's a surprising story where like the story takes a lot of big like twists and turns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. So.
And the trailer did do something from like the book that I saw everybody who had read the book, they're like, what the fuck? Did they just really? And I'm like, well, there it is. But hopefully that when we do watch the movie, it doesn't take away from the experience if it delivers. And like, I think it was, I think it was Roca who said like it had been, I don't know how many years since Lord and Miller had directed a movie. And I was shocked to know how long it had been. I think probably the Jump Street movies, which is like a decade ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's like,
yeah,
they've been busy producing.
Yeah, Spider-Verse and all that. So
yeah.
They're producing that. They're not directing those.
Yeah.
So it's probably might have been the Jump Street.
I think it was the Jump Street.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been Solo.
I was gonna say they were working on Solo and they got booted.
Right.
They're producing Spider-Verse.
Right.
Yeah, they're just producing a lot of stuff.
I thought one of them did do something recently though. Like one of them directed something.
Maybe.
I don't remember what, but
same. It's up my alley. I love sci-fi, so
I love Edgar Wright.
Hell yeah,
that's my big
hot take.
Yeah,
yeah. Like Edgar Wright in the movie is going to be amazing.
Did you guys notice the Easter egg with Arnold?
Oh yeah, on the money. Yeah.
So apparently, the lady that like is in the game show, she's like showing off bills. The president in the bills, and the president is Arnold apparently.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I never grew up with the Arnold movie.
Yeah, Hosey, he's from my show, Friday Phil, every Friday, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
Still promo tab.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. Still promo tab. Yeah, man, it's no promo, man. Come on. Jesus. I'm not working tomorrow, thank God. So that's the only one I got.
There you go.
Half a day tomorrow.
I'm not working either.
I'm working.
Oh, shit. Fucking cat.
Yeah.
He's got 2 cats.
I do have 2 cats. This is my youngest one.
I got a cat.
My little fucking chaos machine.
You can make my cat purr.
Fuck no, thank you.
It's inappropriate.
Very.
He's only playing with my cat, buddy.
Yeah, you can keep your cat. That cat's currently pregnant.
Did that laugh just come from Draven?
Oh, Jesus.
All right, we're good.
Because, Draven likes to fuck his animals.
God damn.
Fucking weirdo. Yeah, you thought I forgot about that, didn't you, bitch?
No one.
Sure.
I don't even want to know what this is about.
Don't fucking ask.
There's a reason why he no longer
joke that they keep saying that I fuck my animals. It's just fucking stupid.
Why do you think his dogs aren't in the room anymore when he comes on
They
stream?
are in the room. They're underneath my...
Yeah, I'm sure they are, buddy.
That is
peanut
almost,
butter too.
Yeah, that is almost
Peanut
as
butter.
bad as the. There's a lot of people named Hitler bit. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he just pulled his dog out from under his desk. How convenient.
Yeah, I wonder what he was
it's a
doing down
pupper.
there. Yeah,
He's gonna ask the dog to testify.
Daddy.
Where are we go on the night in question?
Oh no. My other dog's in heat right now, so I'm not bringing her in the room.
Oh, so just we have someone who's got the lights off. It's their least favorite color.
Oh Christ!
Oh, no.
God.
On
Right,
vacation.
End the stream. Shit sucks now.
Wow.
Have we talked about Diddy yet?
I mean,
oh
Nick has a lot of thoughts on that.
You saved that until I got here, didn't you?
100%. I think that was the whole point. White mocker. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
I know who did it.
It wasn't me.
I know it was wife beater up there.
Ooh. A wife beater. Damn.
This is a V-neck, you fucking idiot.
Oh. I thought he was calling you a wife beater.
That's
house next door. Yeah.
They're both saying it.
Well, yeah, it's
so
a bit
insane.
every time. Every time. They even did it earlier when he popped up in the chat first. They said house.
That's fucking crazy.
Is your vacation almost over, Jake?
Go back Sunday.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you, man?
Where are you?
On the coast.
Oh, he's being non-specific. Yeah, because we're gonna dox you.
Yeah,
On the coast of East
I'm not
Bumblefuck.
going to look for you. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, this
He's
guy
in Miami.
doxes people's private info and calls, so I wouldn't put it past him.
That's fair. Oh, that is true. That's fair.
I don't think he'd be in Miami running too much culture down there. You know what I mean?
No, Johnny, I wouldn't be in Miami. I wouldn't be in Miami because there's too much teehees down there.
Okay, buddy.
Wow.
God. 35, by the way.
You're 35 years old?
Is Jake 35? I don't think Jake's 35, is he?
Well, he doesn't act like it. He
I'm
is.
pretty sure I'm the oldest one on the panel right now.
So funny, bro. It's like you're 35.
I'm 33. I'm 33 this year.
I am 33.
Jesus.
Damn.
Jesus.
25.
I'm pretty sure Cecil was when he was here earlier.
Yes.
So.
Wait, Johnny, you're 25?
Mm-hmm.
Holy
He had a good group of people here earlier.
Yeah, and then that went downhill quick.
And then I joined, and then
What
everyone
is
left.
that supposed to mean, Jake? Because they're all the same color.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say anything, but...
Yeah, I read between the lines, buddy.
He
I
did
got
text
you.
me, and he's like, I could just join and say my favorite slur for everyone to hear. I'm like, okay.
Oh, there you
Gee.
Be the way to go.
I mean, I wasn't specific, but...
So, Colonel, where'd you get the poster holder to make it light up?
The internet, Amazon.
go.
Oh,
Good old Bezos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
Amazon.
showed up. He's like, hey, you want this poster?
$50 million wedding.
See, that's how you tell a
Oh,
story
God.
quickly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay.
That time Lex Luthor got married in Italy? Yeah. Because that's what that was.
Oh,
He finally married Miss Testmaster?
You know what? Okay, now that you said that, apparently, Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor will not, in fact, scream "Miss Tessmacher" in the new movie. So, at least
I will.
At least James Gunn did something right. With
I'll yell it for him. It's fine.
Great. This
Yeah,
is why Johnny and I don't do the movie.
Yeah.
You saying Gunn did something right. Never thought I'd see that.
Wow.
He's done a lot. Right.
Oh, you're turning 29. Yeah.
Yes, man.
We're all getting old as shit. Yeah.
Jeffrey is my channel mod.
I'm turning 24.
You're cool, man.
Wow.
Young buck.
Yeah, the gray hair's coming. Don't you worry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got a kid, so it'll be coming even faster.
You know what's crazy? I cut somebody that's turning 101 in October a couple weeks ago.
Damn.
You caught them?
You caught them? I was about to say.
I caught them.
Yeah, they're in my closet right now. He ain't turning 101, let me tell you.
We're not talking about terrorists, Colonel. Come on, man.
Or Darren.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, that God, that was diabolical.
That was hilarious.
That was so funny.
It was.
Just for the record, Colonel, I actually wouldn't mind doing a bracket like that. FYI.
Hey, that's why I said it.
Someone would appreciate it.
It might not be appropriate, but I wouldn't mind.
Who wins between Adolf Hitler and Osama bin Laden? It's a fun thing to think about.
There's a lot of people named Hitler.
I don't know. I think the final
Death match between two of the most evil people on the planet.
Listen, I wasn't thinking about the show rating. I was just thinking about getting the most views as possible. So I know that bring people in.
It might get us deleted, but it also might make
I'd watch
TikTok chainsaw.
It would 100%.
A good tic tac.
It would.
Oh wait, does that mean we have to throw Nerd Erotic and the rest of the Geeks and Gamers crew on that too?
Potentially. Something to think about.
Sacrifices must be
assholes.
Anyway. We'll have to weigh the pros and cons.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should do that.
Yeah.
No. Oh shit.
I'm like
Ronan is
rocking that stash.
Ready. He's getting that stash ready for Comic-Con because he
nice
wants
stash,
to be.
Man.
He wants to
Ron Burgundy. Phil, I'm gonna put something in the private chat. Because I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh.
A link to his favorite terrorist site.
It's terroristmemorabilia.com.
Ellen, your application here.
Jesus.
Sound like you're speaking from experience there, race pad Jake.
He is. Well, it's funny. Earlier, Jake, before you showed up in the comments, someone had commented. I don't forget who it was. Said, "Phil, you're wearing that white shirt. Reminds you of someone else. I don't want to say their name right now."
Yeah. No, it's funny because like when I would wear my glasses when my hair was a little bit longer, like people would be like, "You look like," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Thanks."
All right.
People said that me and Jake look very similar.
When we had our picture on New Year's, they said that.
Yeah, Colonel. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, that could easily be put in the.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it is indeed a real thing.
Every time I watch that movie, I think about that now. Every time.
Wait, he was a part of it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Why do you think they recast the character?
That's a crazy.
No, they didn't recast the character.
Well, that's right. No, they
changed. They just changed. Yeah. They changed it to another character.
Who the fuck even is that?
He plays.
I don't know.
He's friends with Malfoy.
Yeah. Harry turns into him.
Yeah, they switched up the deaths.
Like Crab and Goyle. Yeah.
That fucker.
It was weird because they switched up the deaths from book to movie. Because in the book, Crab's the one that dies. And then because it's Crab, Goyle, and Malfoy, but in the movie, Crab's not there, and then Goyle's the one that dies.
I could make such a terrible joke right now, but I'm just going to hold back.
Why would you hold back?
Because I'm a good guy.
No, you're not.
I mean, you're better than the shit stick you married.
Okay, don't insult my wife. Do you want me to make the joke I'm thinking, Chainsaw?
Go for it.
At least it didn't get blown up.
I mean,
far worse things have been said.
I mean, the character died in a pretty pyrotechnic way, but
all right, let's just next topic.
Big words down there.
Next topic. Move on,
Daddy.
Someone just say Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no!
Speaking of, I'm pretty excited for that new Donkey Kong game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
transition.
Beautiful transition.
That's a great transition. Actually.
That's a beautiful transition right there.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good one.
Wow. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. Man.
Yeah.
Or the Bonanza, all right.
Looks like shit.
Is Seth Rogen voicing him again?
Well, Jordan, I'm going to go ahead and pop off, but I just wanted to pop in here see how you guys are doing.
You
pop but I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night.
All right, see you, man.
Catch you
guys.
Bye.
Bye, Jake.
Thank fuck.
Ooh, no.
I love how he couldn't say where his vacation is. Like he's a fucking like deep cover CIA operative or something.
He's in like Carolinas or something like that.
He's afraid to the paparazzi.
Come on. He's at a cookout. Let's be fucking real. Come on, bro.
A cookout.
No, he's hanging out with Adam Driver from Black Klansman.
Sharing a Discord photo of him like eating hockey pucks. Like the fuck? Those burgers look like hockey pucks.
Wait, what?
That's probably the most Caucasian burger you can have.
Where did you send that?
On the Discord. It's like days ago. He was sharing like he had some glizzies and some fucking hockey puck burgers. Yeah.
The glizzy gobbler.
And then he claimed that they're cooking. They were grilling or doing something different with the meats, so that's why there's not enough seasoning.
Yeah, not seasoning
the burger.
Yeah.
I'm like,
damn, that's a lot of glizzies.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Chainsaw. You think he's seasoning his meat? Come on. You see how white that guy is? There's no seasoning.
Those were definitely frozen patties, no doubt. Why does it look like there's like larvas on them?
No matter how much he salts that fucking cloth, it's never gonna shine in the moon, dude.
Whatever you want to do, Dalton. Whatever you want to do with the meat. Meat.
I'm actually scared to find this picture. It might be a jump scare.
Where is
it? It's not really a jump scare.
Be the premise for Five Nights at Freddy's Part 3.
Okay, the ribs don't look too bad.
Keep going up. There's more.
But there's also just a video of Darren that caught me off guard. He's got a serious look on his face. Oh, that's Lance posting a gif of someone jerking off a hose. Okay.
Which I responded, Jesus Christ, Lance.
What else? Where is it? Holy fuck. Oh, there it is. Oh, God.
The one on the right.
Fucking.
The one on the right. The one on the right's got veins, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They look like they have fucking like worms on them, like the white worms.
Yeah,
the fucking.
Here we go. I found it.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah, those
are worms, bro. What is that? Onions?
I'm assuming it is.
Was he making hamburger and hot dog casserole? Why is it a casserole dish?
Those are frozen patties, no doubt.
Yeah, because they're too perfect. There's no unless they had. Well, in terms of like,
it's all really circle.
It's all the same size, and
he probably went to McDonald's and got frozen.
You know, I have to wonder if the hot dog inspiration came from season 2 of Game of Thrones House of the Dragon.
Oh Jesus, my God! Even long time Game of Thrones fans were like, "Whoa!"
I love that.
That was shocking.
Them wieners just look popped.
Bro is not cooking.
Okay, let's try to discern where this is a photo he sent. Where is this at?
Ocean.
All right, Google Maps. Let's get it going.
Yeah, because he shared this.
Let's dox him live on stream. The exact pinpoint location.
Yeah, he sent this, and then he sent right after that.
Oh, we send it to that guy that like on like TikTok or YouTube, whatever. He's like, okay, send me an image of where you are. And he can tell you where you are.
That's
Myrtle Beach.
This is stock.
It's stock footage. That's Getty images.
That's AI.
He's not actually on vacation. He's just making it all up. He's outside of his apartment.
That's VO.
He's got Joseph Darren. He got Joseph Darren, so he just said he's on vacation. He's not.
But that'd be such a funny video to do. Like I'm going on vacation, like you AI, and you're like in Gotham or something. So
what the fuck is there? This dude dressed up as a clown. These patties
like Foggy patties from SpongeBob.
His meeting.
Yeah. Those patties kind of did look like the ones that killed the health inspector.
Two Ronins.
Nice.
What?
They had two Ronins for a second. Crazy.
Peak.
Ronin chained. There's two of them.
He was chained.
The multiverse.
That'd be peak content right there. Two Ronins in one stream.
Your variants are all the same. That's not fun.
Oh, is that your house?
Yeah.
Whoa,
dude.
Oh my God.
No, that's not his house. I don't see the Sydney soap.
Over there.
Oh, my bad.
That's what I have to say to that comment, Lance. As soon as I see Lance,
Magical.
Oh yeah, you know it. OnlyFans.
He's making that money.
Making that money.
Making the money.
Oh.
Money.
Yourself,
Johnny. God damn it.
Oh shit!
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Oh, jeez.
Shaq knows.
Oh,
it's great, man.
Dude, talk about falling down a rabbit hole. Dude, watching those Shaq and Charles Barkley clips.
Oh my god! Did you guys see? I don't know.
Them boys.
Oh
Jesus Christ! I just.
Oh fuck!
What nice. There we go, man.
Yep.
Mario
there you
Kart one.
There you go.
Holy shit. I love how Kurto was fucking disturbed. He's speechless.
Oh, you're cool.
Superman.
What the fuck? Why do you have a photo of Peter Safran?
You wouldn't know. You knew it was Peter Safran.
I'm a nerd.
Oh, did y'all see in the Discord where it was? I found Jake's favorite, my least favorite character or creature in Minecraft.
No.
Oh god.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh god.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you did send this to me.
Yeah. I put it in the Discord. I tagged him too. Like, Jake, I found your least favorite. You most hate animal in Minecraft.
Thank God I'm not into Minecraft. Jesus.
I was playing it today.
Is that part of the new update?
Is that part of it? I don't think so. I could be wrong.
That's great, man.
Oh yeah, Draven, you almost died last week. What's up with that?
What? Oh,
Wait,
we had
what?
a tornado.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, too bad.
Because you literally shared this video.
Yeah. Oh, bro, don't play it. Don't.
You're in a tornado.
Don't play it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's a tornado. I was fucking taking my trash up, and then I just get fucking.
You were just
rained on,
drenched.
bro.
I'm like, Jesus.
I pulled my phone out in the rainy weather.
My
like
whole
it was no problem.
my basement started flooding though, so that was fun.
Dude, half of my favorite tweets from Draven are like the ones of like his post update. He'll be like, "Oh, gotta do the ring gutters, gotta go to the store." Like those are my favorite tweets. Like they're just like
Updating us on his
Update
life.
vlogs.
Yeah, like he's just like, damn, gotta make ramen or like I don't know, like the
Damn, I gotta make ramen. Damn. Shit.
Feels like a manga, like a day in life manga, just like have to go get eggs, and then just like 2 panels of fucking Draven going to get eggs. Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
I don't even like it. No, I like eggs. Eggs are good.
I don't like eggs.
Eggs.
Draven, are you spoiling stuff?
This is not a spoiler.
I asked a question. That's all I said.
It's a freeze frame.
Okay.
You fuck.
Calm down, cowboy.
Wow.
Calm down.
Cowboy. It's a
Oh, shit.
I mean,
see if you can recreate that scene right
now.
Yeah, recreate that.
recreate the thumbnail. Do it.
Oh, you guys are fucking.
You do it on command.
I know why he's so excited. You're sitting on his lap.
Oh my god.
It's because the dog is under the desk.
Okay, shut up.
No, that's funny.
I got another one that I can't show.
No, you can't. Don't do it.
No,
I'm not gonna. Believe me, I'm not gonna, because it would cause a lot of shit. And
I think I know which one that is.
You know exactly which one it is because it's got someone's face on it. Anyway,
no,
yeah. I'll find another funny one to upload. Okay, I swear it'll be appropriate. I shit you not.
Yeah, I swear.
I swear.
Chainsaw,
I swear.
I didn't ask you, but like you said, you had done a.
His name is Jordan, not Chainsaw, by the way.
Same thing. Yes.
You had done a I don't know how you phrased it, but like a unique double feature.
A weird double feature. Yeah.
And I was like, how did that come to be? Like, I didn't ever ask you. I'm like,
so it was weird. Like, I was on Hulu and Red Dawn popped up, and it was a movie like I've always like kind of wanted to see because of like how ridiculous, like to see Thor, Josh Peck, like it's just.
You never
weird.
saw that movie?
Yeah, I never did. So that's why I said double feature. I've never seen these movies, so like I watched it and I'm like, okay, it could be a lot better, but I mean it's decent for what it is. It's just.
We're talking about Red Dawn.
Yeah, Red Dawn, the remake.
I love that movie. I saw it when I was a kid in theaters.
Like it's just so bizarre, but at the same time, like I think they did a pretty good job of setting up. It's just like crazy the behind the scenes that they shot it years prior before it released, and there was like a whole like bankruptcy thing, so they had to like hold it. They originally shot it with like a Chinese invasion, and then in the post production, they then did CGI and altering it to add in the North Korean stuff. So they literally did a lot of like work to change it. Yes. So originally it was China invading.
Interesting.
So they did that, and then after that done, I was like, you know what? It's about 10 o'clock. I got like another 2 hours for bed, and all of a sudden I went to Netflix. I'm like, oh, The Last Dance. I'm not seeing that yet. All right. And so it was just like
the Michael Jordan documentary?
No, Venom.
No. Venom. The Last Dance.
Venom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
was like, yeah, boy. I was like,
no, Venom. The Last Dance.
Range.
Yeah, that was
that was something.
Not Tebow.
But yeah, it was interesting for sure. Obviously, I think Red Dawn was obviously better. So.
Oh yeah.
Isn't Jeffrey Dean Morgan in Red Dawn?
He's in it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that movie. I saw it when it came out. I haven't seen it since.
Wow.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but like there's a certain death in the movie I was not expecting to happen.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I thought for a second, oh, this is a fake out, right? I was like, oh, no. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's ballsy.
Yeah. And it was cool. Like Shelby and I and my wife, we were arguing because we were watching the movie and she's like, that girl, she was in Transformers. And I'm thinking she's talking about Adrian Padalecki, who was like, she was not in Transformers. I'm like, no, she's not Transformers. She's like, no, her. I'm like, yeah. And she's pointing at time that they're both on screen, her and her sister. I'm like, no, her sister played like a robot or like a seeker or whatever in Rise of the Fallen. No.
Revenge of the Fallen?
Revenge of the Fallen.
Hot girl that goes to his dorm?
Yeah. That was so it was her sister. But I'm like, talking about no, Adrian Padalecki, and I'm looking at like she's not, and then she showed me like this. I'm like, that's not who I'm talking about. She's like, well, that's who I'm talking about. Like, I don't. So we were arguing over nonsense for like 2 minutes. I'm like, she was not in Transformers. Like it says on IMDb, like she's not in that movie. We're talking about two different people. So, but it's cool to see Adrian Padalecki because I've always liked her. And stuff.
Yeah.
I remember seeing her in the Wonder Woman pilot. It was like she did decent in there. Of course, I love her from the Orville. So, but it was just cool to see her in something else. I know she's in that Friday Night Lights show that apparently is really good or something. But I'm not seeing that.
I remember her from G.I. Joe.
She was in G.I. Joe?
Yeah. And the second one, Retaliation.
Okay. I probably saw it. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
Was she a big role in it?
That tracks.
I think she's Jane, if I'm not mistaken.
Lady J. Lady J.
There we go.
Well, she's not G.I. Jane married to Will Smith. Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
That movie, that's a good movie. That's a good movie. I recently watched that. I was like, that's a good movie. No, but it's weird because I've gone down a rabbit hole because I was telling you. I think I told Phil or somebody that I've been on a Watchmen vibe lately just because a lot of shit's going down. And then I picked up Rorschach a little bit, and I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? And then last night, I rewatched Zodiac, and I had not seen it in a while, and I was like, oh, this shit's so fucking good, but it's fucked up. I mean, if any of y'all haven't seen Zodiac, go watch it. Highly recommend.
Zodiac is so
that's a movie that's on my watch list to watch.
Man.
Oh yeah, she also was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of course, as Mockingbird. So,
yeah,
I turned there too.
She's Lucy LaBall. Lucy Ball,
motherfucker. That's right. I think she said Lucy the Ball. Like what?
I grew up with I Love Lucy and reruns.
See, my favorite Lucille isn't Lucille Ball; it's Lucille from The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm. That's not funny.
She's a real head smasher.
Not funny.
I get that because
because he kills people with it.
Nice big old.
He's a vampire. Well, whatever.
She's a vampire bat.
Yeah.
She's my dirty, dirty girl. Ooh. Big Red, he got his.
Fucking catchphrases in that dude.
Buddy, are you still there? I just don't know. I done popped your head so hard, your eyeball just popped right out of its eye socket.
And it is gross as shit. I felt bad for the fan base when that happened. Look, I remember rushing back home to watch it.
I was laughing.
I was on my knees, bro.
We know. You were right there next to Sasha on your knees. We know.
R.I.P.
Java.
Fuck. That's great. It's beautiful.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my god! I have. Hold on. I just thought of something
bad
that I have to send you guys. No, it's. I think you can. I think you can share it. I think you can. I don't. It's not. It's not.
I think you can share it. Oh shit.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's like a funny Star Wars. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you right now. You can play it for everyone to watch. It's
Jordan,
really funny.
you just made me think. I think Adrian. What's her name? Adrian Palecki.
Adrian Padalecki. Yep.
I think she would have, or maybe still now, but maybe she back in the heyday, she would have done a good job as Rogue. I think. As
Rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's got that spunk and like do a little southern accent and just the jacket.
It's a somewhat popular video, but I don't know if you've seen it. It's one of my. Favorites.
Take that off.
It's Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, that's not Jabba the Hutt. That's Jabba the Butt.
It's
that's Jabba's food.
It's Jabba the Thick.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars like 3-minute video. It's pretty funny. Now, when I saw this, you're not supposed to know that it's a Star Wars video, but
oh, so it's like a Reddit thing where they're posting like, do you
have you seen it?
Yeah, do you have a hot mom or sister? I've always thought you.
And it's this guy, and he reads a story. Just play it. It's really funny.
It's really long though.
You don't have to play the whole thing. It's just like this guy, and he's like, he was like on this Reddit.
Am I gonna laugh?
He's like, you probably would, yeah. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's like a 4-minute video, and it's basically him like going through like being non-specific.
It's like a story, yeah. And he's like talking. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, well, my sister and I didn't really grow up together, and I just thought she was so hot. Like, it's like this whole like,
and it's about Luke and Leia.
It's about Luke and Leia.
I'll leave to that, but it's like no one's. Well, yeah. It's just like, first of all, just for some background, my mom died right when I was born. She was actually really, really hot, but this isn't about her. I guess it's something to say, but whatever. I actually grew up with my dad's family because my dad has all sorts of emotional issues, and he failed before I was born. So you can see my childhood is really kind of messed up. Anyways, growing up, I feel like there's always been a lot of distance between me and my sister. When I was 18 or 17, I first noticed my sister was a hottie.
You're gonna like this one?
Oh no.
Sounds bad. It's not bad.
It's
not bad. It's not bad.
Are we just gonna start doing smasher paths on his backgrounds here?
It shouldn't be. It should not be.
Oh yeah, we should.
Oh yeah.
For the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, Colonel. When Jordan said the first few lines of that clip of like, I got a hot mom and a hot sister, I'm like, is it referring to Natalie Portman and Carrie Fisher?
100%.
It's just funny because when I got sent that, I didn't know it was like a Star Wars thing. Like someone just sent me that, and I'm like, what is this?
I like this line. So I was totally listening after my sister at this point. She also was having bad trouble with the law. She was actually in custody when I left home.
Oh god. Oh god.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
And then there's like a whole thing is like we were actually having like a really intimate moment, but I ruined it by telling her that Darth Vader was our father, or something like that, or like I forget what it was, but it's something like that, and it's just really stupid. There's a whole bunch of those I found.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh my god, freaking
Dane DeHaan?
Yeah, Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin.
He's good in Cure for Wellness. It's this wacky
it's good in
movie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah. He's a dick in that movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Jack Black, Vincent, and
Smash.
So I just got a text from some white boy. Just rewatched the section about the burgers and hot dogs. I bought fresh patties, seasoned them, and froze them to travel with.
Well, that's where you fucked up. You seasoned them, then froze them. You fucking idiot. Anyway.
Is that that's the kid from the fucking Batman Game Crusader? The fucking Penguins kid. Oh shit!
I thought that was a kid. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought that was a kid from Recess.
No, I know. Oh, I get the joke. I get the joke. That's hilarious. That's fucking funny, Draven. That's really.
Is that from the new Scream, Johnny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Johnny, watch out.
Yeah, watch behind. Look behind you. He's giant behind you. Jesus.
Look at that thumbnail.
Oh, I love that.
That's high quality right there.
Ooh,
that's a
those veins pop
I like
out.
the face you're making too.
Yeah, that's great, right?
Yeah, man.
It's amazing.
That's you should get back to doing more of those, man. Live streams. Come on now.
I know I'm slacking. I'm a washed up, half retired streamer.
Those Helldiver streams were amazing.
The Helldiver streams were amazing. I kind of want to play Helldivers.
Incredible.
For the
They've done so much updates since then.
I know.
Last played it.
I'd be overwhelmed. Could be fun though. What are the terrible thumbnails that I have?
The terrible thumbnails. Yeah, I feel like I obviously have some bad ones when I was younger in my YouTube game.
Oh, I just made them look shitty on purpose because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out for the night because I gotta.
No, you're not.
Pretty early tomorrow. Oh, I am. I do. Oh, what is that?
What the fuck?
Just came across that.
Is that Draven's dog?
Jesus. I don't know. Is it? No.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here, man. I think we're gonna wrap up in a few moments. But thanks for being here, man. You have a good night. See you, man.
Bye, guys.
Hey, girl. Boy.
Good night.
What
was that?
That is a throwback, Johnny. That whole that's a throwback, man.
Mm-hmm.
You were so happy. You're like, yeah,
that's
I'm
hilarious.
fighting for democracy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, man.
Jamie Lee Curtis, man.
Scream Queen for life.
Yeah.
The original Scream Queen at that too.
I do like the 2018 film. They flipped it where she was hunting him at the third act.
That was dope.
That. Yeah.
So cool.
I still maintain that Kills is the best one of the new trilogy. That's just me.
Well, you're the only one.
The best moment out of the first one out of the new trilogy was, and they flipped it, was when Michael looks out the window where she fell and she's gone. I'm like, oh shit, fucking karma's a bitch, motherfucker.
Wow.
Then they put his ass in a fucking wood chipper. I was like,
yeah,
all right, I guess.
Wow.
Hey. There it is. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah. What were you going for that face wise? Just like confused or
yeah, I have no idea. That's what was funny.
Looks like it smelled like a really bad fart.
Yeah, like I just shit myself.
Bro, I crop dust at work so much it's not even funny, and I'm so proud every time I do it.
That's awesome, Phil.
It's so great because I don't like people, and if I don't like them, I just fucking crop dust them. I just walk by them.
Don't you think it's kind of rude?
I don't fucking care. I don't like them.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? They're rude to me first. That's what they get.
Oh, okay.
That's what you do to coworkers you don't like. You crop dust the fuck out of them. Duh.
Oh, okay.
Give it a try sometime.
Battlefront. There you go.
Hey.
Dark side of the force.
Can you put my face over Darth Maul's or Ray? I'll take Ray. Either one. Either one.
Is that you?
Cold.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was freshman year of high school.
You look like you belong in the cast of Stranger Things.
Yeah, best show ever. So yeah.
Yeah, right.
Is that next on your list, Draven?
What?
God damn,
dude!
Don't give Ronan attitude. That's my job.
My internet just is.
Yeah, I get enough of that shit.
Yeah, bro. Of course, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, we know.
Amazing.
It is.
What's for me? What's the next show?
What is the next show? Right?
Shit.
No. Is it Phil's favorite show? No, it's not.
I don't think so. No.
What is Phil's favorite show?
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that probably would be the next one. Think about it. It's August.
Yeah.
The show.
Nice.
Oh my god, dude. Wow.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not gonna.
The show. That's dope.
Is that Married with My Children or is that the Golden Girls?
That's Golden Girls. That's Blanche.
There we go.
Oh, she
fucking love Golden Girls.
She's bad.
Yeah, he thought that 15 years ago. He thinks that now.
Was that you, Draven? Is that a photo of you watching the Golden Girls and be like, God damn?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking 12-year-old Draven watching the Golden Girls.
I was like 15 in this, but yeah.
Oh wow, Johnny. Throwback.
Hey, look at that. Sexy bitch.
Yeah, man.
He's got his fall clothing.
That's the face, man. That's your face.
I don't know. I have a lot
You
of
need to
thumbnails of that one.
you need to use that as your thumbnail going forward.
Yeah.
Just like Ronan's crying one. It's almost like Jerry crying from Tom and Jerry. It's perfect. Like Ronan's crying one is literally the exact same thing as Jerry crying from Tom and Jerry. It's just so fucking perfect. So perfect. I love
See
it.
again.
Those are so funny, bro.
Look at the fucking Grand Theft Auto.
Like, bro, it was literally, I would just find an image on Google, fucking go on Canva and take the crop of my face and just fucking plaster it on something. Be like, that looks stupid.
Yeah.
So if there was ever a Grand Theft Auto 5 movie, I would be Trevor. Chainsaw or Johnny would probably be Michael. And then Lance would absolutely be Franklin. Because I would totally 1000% be Stephen Ogg.
So who the fuck is it? Oh, so Jake's Lester? That's not even me mean. It's just like
it's the fucking truth is what it is.
That's fucking good. This might be my favorite thumbnail I've ever made. Hold on. This was when I came back after the flu. I fucking love this thumbnail.
Fuck yeah.
I fucking love that thumbnail, dude.
Oh my god.
Fucking be dying in a hospital bed with Fortnite on the monitor and the tomato man is the doctor. I was very proud of that one. I was like, this is peak brain rot.
Dope titties.
Dope titties.
Dope titties. Dopest of titties. Oh, here's one.
No.
Yeah. Oh no. Let's see.
What the fuck is that? What was that thumbnail for, Draven?
It's for like a Red Dead stream I did like 3 years ago with my buddy.
Ah, okay. No.
I just look at Johnny laying in the fucking hospital chair.
Oh my god.
Cowabunga, man.
We're all degenerates.
Yeah.
Jordan, did you see that link I sent in the chat?
The link?
Yeah.
What link?
So I had posted on the chat a video of Keith David's reaction to him being announced that he's getting a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, he was.
That made me happy.
He was losing it, man.
That made me happy. I'm happy for him. About damn time, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. It's cool that he's finally getting it. You know.
And you need to watch Gargoyles now. You need to watch that.
Yeah, I would like to watch that show at some point. Yeah. Jesus.
All right, about time to wrap it up.
Fuck. All right, we'll wrap it up. All right, we'll go down the line. See if we're gonna find.
We're all adults, by the way.
Debatable. Phil.
Everywhere. Vero Threads, Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube. You can catch my Friday show, Friday Phil, this Friday at the 4th of July edition. We will be talking about the box office monstrosity that is the month of July. You guys can catch me here every Wednesday. You can catch me on Party Nation every Tuesday, except for Monday, because we're doing Party Nation on Monday, because Lance and I are seeing Superman on Tuesday. So,
can you light fireworks off in your room on 4th of
July?
July?
Suck my nuts?
Jesus.
Sure.
Johnny.
You could find me probably not streaming Warzone. Listen to Music with Chainsaw on my Twitch, Johnny Bravo 6. If I do stream, it's over there.
Fuck yeah. Ronan.
You can find me at Ronan Unchained on YouTube on all the socials, and I should be concluding Lazarus this week, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be doing something very cool, and I'm gonna interview a comic book creator, and you'll eventually see that footage down the line.
Oh, nice, man. Oh, look, it's you and your kid, Draven. Where do people find you?
Yeah, you know where to find me. I'm not gonna explain it.
Okay, you don't have to.
Probably shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
I don't need it.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone else who was here on episode 95 of Council of Creators. You're getting at close to episode 100. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, and we will see you guys next week. Hopefully it'll be, and we might do a bracket fight next week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bye, everybody.
I need a dog.